see my dildo?
Who wants to see my dildo?
I hate this job more than life itself. I hate coming here. I hate doing this job. You know, as I got up at 4 o'clock in the morning this morning, I just couldn't get into it, man. I really can't get into it anymore. And then my agent keeps saying to me, you know, well, you got what are you going to do? You got to do something. I'm like, well, I don't want to do this anymore. Well, you got to do this. Why? I hate coming here. I gotta confess everything. I'm tired of putting a happy face on it. I hate coming here. I hate doing this. I hate getting up at 4 in the morning. I'm exhausted, and I hate it. Now, any questions? Who wants to see my dildo? So, you know, November, I figure, is a nice way to exit. It's been enough. I got something to look forward to. I could stand around and stare at the wall the rest of my life and just, you know, maybe, I don't know, do something else. Do one of these stupid TV shows they're all offering me.
The hours are better, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, when I read that Letterman's all bummed out because he's got to do an hour a day. He could eat me. Sucker.
He doesn't know how good he's got it.
Yeah, crybaby. Let him get up 4 or 5 hours a day and do this garbage.
You'll switch with him. Why don't you tell him that?
I'll do that anytime. That's right. I hate it. And today we're on in San Diego. Did you know that?
Today's the first day?
Yeah.
We didn't even make an announcement.
I forgot. I was supposed to do that Friday, and I forgot. I feel bad. We get started in San Diego, and I already want to be out of the business.
They got, what, how many months of the best radio program ever?
Hey, thanks for joining us. You got a couple of months left, and I'm out of here. Then you'll be back to the same 2 dickheads you had before.
Get it while it's hot.
Right, San Diego. Good morning, baby. And in San Diego, we're on some alternative station. You know, we're playing, like, really cool music.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, but, you know, we got to go through 900 million people writing the station saying what jerks we are and how we replaced their favorite morning show. Because as bad as their previous morning show...
Can we talk to them?
San Diego? We're not on... We don't have a phone line to San Diego, do we?
Well, the answer is it's installed in New York. I was waiting to find out whether San Diego had their...
Just give me a yes or no.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
That's the usual answer.
All right, thank you. That's just what I wanted to hear.
It's supposed to be.
Just say I don't know right away. Why go through a whole long explanation? Why waste my time?
Because then you'll say what happened. Then
no, just say I don't know. That's all. I don't know. I don't have an answer.
There's no...
I don't want.
Is there someone you can ask?
Yes.
Well, go ask him.
Would you like me to put up the announcement of you going to San Diego on the station?
Yeah. You know what? Let me take a break and then I'll get back and I'll play you that.
Because we might as well talk to those people if they're going to be complaining.
Yeah.
We might as well talk to them.
Yeah. It's always funny when we go into a new city. Because it's the same thing over and over again. Whatever was on before was getting no ratings and really kind of sucked. And that's the reason the station brings us in, because they're desperate.
Yeah, nobody's throwing off a working morning show for us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, it's not like somebody brings us in to make the ratings better in terms of they had like a 5 and now they want a 6. So, you know. So...
I know.
All right, let me take a break.
What you were saying was, so these people, all of a sudden, who wouldn't support the station when it was on and doing that old stuff with old guys, now call up and they're all irate and they write letters.
Yeah, they all call up. Hey, get this idiot off.
You just ruined my station. I'm never listening to you the rest of the day because of what you put in the morning.
Yeah, and then all the newspaper guys have to write an article on how we suck and how the show was boring and it's no good and no one in San Diego will ever listen to it.
You're not shocking.
Yeah.
And San Diego won't take to this because you're different than New York or Philly or Los Angeles.
They can all suck me.
But I always enjoyed talking to those people, you know, when we'd first get on, like, hey, you know, here's your new morning show. What do you think?
Yeah, it sucks. All right, we got to take a break. I don't think we're hooked up in San Diego, quite frankly. I don't think that's happening. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words. They come with truffles,
We're back for one of the final
and a
days
card.
of the Howard Stern Show.
Meow. 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 Yeah, I got a San Diego line. I got a...
I was just going to say that was a very appropriate intro. Did you hear what the guy said? One of
Yes.
the final days?
Yes. Hello?
Yeah.
You're on the air. San Diego. You're our first caller from San Diego.
Wow, I'm so honored. Amazing. I've missed you, Howard.
I see this guy's a fan.
I am. I used to live in Arizona, and I used to watch your TV show, and then I lived in L.A. and listened to your morning show there, and then I'm here in Lane, San Diego for a couple of years. And
All right, thank you for the call. Want to hear that?
We want to hear from disgruntled people.
Yeah, we don't want to hear people who like us.
We have a strange penchant.
Well, I think the people who aren't enjoying this probably have tuned away at this point.
Oh, no, they're probably calling to see what happened. They think something's wrong with the signal.
Yeah. Hey, you're on the air.
hey, what's up, Howard?
Hey. Okay.
So much for San Diego.
Yeah. I had to hit the button. The guy used the F word. We're not going to go to San Diego anymore. We've taken enough calls from San Diego. Anyway.
To work.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. This is the Howard Stern Show. We broadcast here from New York every morning, and
Is there going to be a press conference in San Diego today?
10 o'clock. We'll probably re-air it tomorrow. Or just if you want to be there live, 10 o'clock, we're going to talk to the press in San Diego so they could sit there and badmouth me. Already it's starting. I saw one of the articles from San Diego, and the guy was just mentioning that there was a rumor that we were coming because it was all very hush-hush. Because you have to keep this kind of thing quiet because, you know, let's face it, they fired the previous morning show. They don't want them to know or else they'll run out.
And do what?
And, you know, then you're stuck without a morning show for about a week. So it's all, you know, you got to keep everything hush-hush. But already in San Diego, I hate my long hair. I just want to clip it all off. It's in my face every minute, in my mouth. I hate it, and it's hot in here. I hate getting up in the morning. I hate this place. I hate this place. And you know what I hate? I hate Tim Sabian. Him I hate the most.
What
He
did
doesn't
he
work
do?
with me anymore. He could go drop dead. I hate this hair. Every minute with the hair in my face and the long hair. I'm going to cut it all off like you.
Like who?
You.
My hair's here.
Oh, that's right. I couldn't see it. And say, you have long hair, don't you? Stand it with the hair. That long hair, that unruly hair. And Ralph every minute, don't tuck it under the headphones because then it looks like you have short hair. Just shut up.
What happened with Tim Sabian?
He's an idiot. I hate that guy. And I'm not joking either. I don't want to hear from him ever again. He's dead to me. And I'm working to get him fired. Hopefully he'll be fired by the end of the week. And I want to get Tom Chiasano fired. I hate his friggin' guts, too, that stupid freak.
All your efforts to get Tom fired have gone for naught.
Well, you know, Tom's the perfect find for any company. In this company, they like to hire general managers who are weak so that they can make sure they have a stranglehold on them. They don't want anybody thinking too independently. So
Don't want any mutinies.
What they do is they find the dumbest guy and they make him the general manager. They find the dumbest guy in the company and they promote him the general manager.
Some kind of a contest?
Yeah. A lot of companies are like that. The people on top want to make sure that there's nobody thinking too independently and will go off half-cocked doing stuff on their own. So as a result, you might lose some creative ideas and stuff, but...
yeah, maybe your company will only grow if you get an idea.
Right. But still, nevertheless, you can't get bankrupted because the guy's just such a robot who'll ask you permission for everything. So that's Tom. Tom's a robot. He's a moron who has no ability to think on his own, and yet he's back there thinking on his own for my show. That freak. Friggin' idiot. Dummy. Dumbox. Got to work with morons and nitwits. That's why I got to start my own company. That's what I'm doing. I'm starting my own company. I didn't want to tell you right away. I'm going into the consulting business. He is an idiot, and he resents me, and he hates me, and he ruins me, and he doesn't know it. He can't admit it. Yeah, it's unconscious, because he's unconscious.
Everything's unconscious.
Yeah. He's a stupid moron, and so is Tim Sabian. Two worst idiots in the world. Tim
Did they
Sabian,
get together? And...
no talent. What do you want? Get out of here. I don't want to see you, Tom, every time I talk about you. I just want to talk about you unencumbered by looking at you. And I really do feel this way. Go ahead. What do you want to say in your defense? See, he's so stupid. He just sits there and laughs. You should fight back.
Listen,
What?
if I took you seriously,
Right.
Thank God I don't take you seriously and that I do laugh.
All right, good. I'm being serious today.
Yeah.
I really am.
I can tell by the look on your face.
You have
know
no
what?
ability to think on your
I
own.
have a lot of ability to think on my
That's
own,
right.
believe me.
See, he's a nice guy. That's the
He's a
problem.
wonderful human being.
He's so stupid, it's disarming.
You know, he's like the other stupid people. He's lovable.
You don't buy into the fact that this company hires the stupidest general managers so that they can control everything and keep a lid on everything?
No.
Okay, you're wrong. It's the word on the street.
Oh, yeah?
I know some guys who are in the general managing
Right.
business, and they will not be hired here because
They're
they
thinkers?
They think too much.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what I've heard.
Sure.
All right. Hey, you choose to think what you want.
You look at the company, you look at the track record of the company.
Go ahead.
And you look at the individual stations. It's
Right.
the best company in radio.
Right.
Best individual stations in radio. Best managed stations.
Boy, you a
in radio.
kiss ass.
No.
The reason, I'm not even going to go into this.
And your hair's the perfect clean.
No. The reason the company runs the way it does is
Yeah.
none of you general managers really think on your own. When the real important decisions come up, you pick up the phone and call you know who. And he likes it that way. Believe me,
Have a direct pipeline to God?
I got him figured out, and I got you figured out. I got the whole damn company figured out. Thank you.
In case you couldn't hear that on wood, that was him tapping his head.
Okay. Maybe you don't think I know what I'm talking about, but I do.
Yeah. Listen, you're a smart guy, but you're not that
Oh, I'm too smart for this company. I've got the whole thing figured out.
Isn't it better that Tom doesn't agree with you?
Of course, he has his pride. He thinks he's really thinking up something. All right, Tom, go back there and think you're doing
Very
something.
nice talking
Go
to
ahead, you got an important job.
Oh, dear.
Unbelievable. And they get guys who have no drive in life. Guys who'll be satisfied just being the general manager.
Excuse me?
One day I'm going to talk to you about going out and taking some risks in your life. But I don't have time right now. I got to talk to San Diego. Thank you, Tom. Go ahead. It's hard to insult him to his face. I like it better when you're out of the room.
How can you say that about a man who has found the fastest route to work?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. And so proud of it, he tells you over and over again. There's 20 different ways for me to get into work. I found the fastest way into work. It's free. Yeah.
I can stop and get coffee and a paper, and I'm still here faster than anybody else.
Oh, yeah. There's a guy who finds the fastest way to work, but yet gets lost walking down the halls here at K-Rock. Spends all morning pulling the lint off his sweater, and he thinks he has an important job. Guy's a complete nitwit. And he can't think on his own. He can't. They gave him a job to think on his own. Of course it involves me. So they gave him a job back there to think on his own, and he can't think on his own. That's my problem with him. He can't think on his own. He sits in fear and worries all day. Same with Tim Sabian, little putz. Tim Sabian, my supposed friend, lies to my face.
Oh, he lied to you.
That's right. Anybody who lies to me, they're out of my life. Jackie.
So Tim didn't want to take responsibility for something he did? Is that it?
Mm-hmm. Passes the buck. Tim passed the buck Sabian.
Oh, boy. Who did he pass it to, an underling?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, man.
No. I don't have to tell anything. It's not my job.
That's funny. I like it when
Let Tim come on here and tell you what he does.
When guys who are the boss then shuttle off their responsibilities to some lower echelon guy.
Yeah. Tim is dead to me.
Oh.
Ken Stevens is dead to me, and so is Tom Chiusano. Because Ken Stevens is a puppet.
Mm-hmm.
Ken and Tom are two perfect underlings. They sit there day in and day out. And I don't care what the San Diego reporters write about me. Let them write that I talk about people they don't know. Who cares? Eat me. I could care less if I'm number one in San Diego. And you know what? That's why I'll be number one in San Diego, because I don't care if I'm number one in San Diego. All these other hard-ons who've been in the market for 20 years, sitting there trying to be number one, they can't do it. I will be. And you could write that in the paper that I hate the following people: Tim Sabian, Ken Stevens, and Tom Chiusano. And you can call our station for spelling. All general managers are nitwits. Remember that. Even the San Diego general manager's a nitwit.
Have you talked to him?
No.
Don't have to.
Don't have to. I heard him on the radio. Listen to this. Here, okay, I'll prove my point. So you just go out and hired Howard Stern in San Diego.
Yeah.
All right? Most controversial morning man ever, blah, 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 whatever my rap is. You go out and hire him,
and you bring him in, and you get a satellite, and you got to do all this stuff to get Howard Stern on the radio. And now it's time to announce that you have to announce to your audience that a new hot morning show is coming into town. The morning show that revolutionized it, whatever you want to say, to get everybody pumped up.
Right.
So the way they make the announcement is the two morning guys who previously were on the station before us bring in the general manager. And he comes in to make an announcement that we're coming on the air. It is the most boring announcement I've ever heard in my life.
Now, the guys who are leaving the station are sitting there while he makes this announcement?
Yeah, and they're stone dead silent. Because they probably hate our guts.
I'm sure.
Yeah, here's the gentleman. I don't even know his name.
Maybe he'll identify himself on the tape.
And talk about biting the hand that feeds you. This is the guy who brought us into the station.
So he's going to say bad things?
No. He says good things, but we're saying bad things about him. What?
His name is Mike Glickenhaus.
Mike Glickenhaus. Listen to this announcement. This is some way to announce a new morning show. By the way, be prepared to go back to sleep.
This is 91X in San Diego. I know. We said we'd make it a special announcement at noon, and it's 3 minutes past noon. So we're running late. It's been a busy weekend around here at 91X. But I've been joined in the studio by 91X General Mangler, because he likes me to call him that. Mike Glickenhaus.
Hey, these two guys know General Mangler. That's good. I like that. General Mangler.
Michael, how are you? Welcome to this little room.
Well, thanks, Steve. How you doing today?
You don't get here.
That's the general manager.
What's wrong with everybody there? San Diego part of the United States?
I don't know. Our station in San Diego is in Mexico. That's what I heard.
Oh, man, it sounds it.
It's a 100,000-watt station out of Mexico. So we could say the F word, I think. There's no FCC. There's no FCC rules when it comes to if you get a station in Mexico. All we got to do is pay off a bunch of filthy Mexicans. Border Patrol.
Now, why do you call them filthy?
Because there's a couple of people in the government who are very corrupt.
Oh, you meant that kind of filthy?
Yeah. No, I don't mean filthy in terms of the way Daniel Carver says it.
Oh.
I happen to like the Mexican people. Talk about the filthy, corrupt government of Mexico.
All right.
Whew, thank you.
Clear that up.
Yeah, right. Yeah. It's a little early in the morning.
Often, but
No, you usually lock the door and don't let me in, Steve.
Little kibitzing going on now. The general manager's going to make a big announcement that we're coming to San Diego.
well, it's about outrageous.
And they had the nerve to send this to me like I'd be excited about it.
That was it. Sure, now. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Steve?
Yeah, I'm fine.
At this point, who knows what anybody's talking about?
Steve, now I know you already know what I'm going to say, so you at all excited about this?
Yeah, I'm very excited, actually. Meetings all weekend long, and it's like...
That's right,
rumors
Steve.
that are flying around, and you're here to confirm or deny something.
No wonder these guys have no ratings. Nobody knows what anyone's talking about.
It sounds like it's noon, though. How long is their morning show?
Well, it's the same DJs all day long on this station. They're trying to cut costs.
I'm here to confirm, well, some of the rumors going around anyway. I can't talk about all those rumors, Steve, but I would like to talk to the people out there in San Diego, our listeners, and kind of tell them a little bit about what's going to happen and what's going to change here at 91X. And as I thought about all the things...
I mean, first of all, listen to this guy.
When did this child get this big, important job?
First of all, he sounds effeminate. Number one.
Like he's 12 years old.
Yeah, right.
His voice hasn't changed yet.
I want to tell the people of San Diego something very exciting.
Like, I want to tell you what's going to happen. Like, I want to dispel all the rumors. Well, not all the rumors.
Yeah, like the average guy in the audience even has heard any rumors. This is a guy just trying to make a living. I'm wondering where all the music is. Like, you know, it was a cool way to announce. It's like, you know, have one of those deep voice guys come on and go, you know, something like,
Stern is coming to
Have some of
San
that.
Diego.
Put it over that Star Wars marching music.
Howard Stern.
You've heard about him? You've seen him on David Letterman?
Wait a second, you want to go in?
Oh.
What? You've heard about him, you've seen him on David Letterman. Now, hear him for yourself. Get ready, San Diego, for the most exciting move in local radio yet. Duty jokes. Duty jokes. Duty and urine jokes. Howard Stern is ready to go international. And he will make fun of everything. King of the dickheads. Howard Stern is coming to San Diego. That was a real fart. He just farted into the microphone, San Diego. We brought farts to the radio. Tales of masturbation like you've never heard. Be afraid. Be very afraid. Lesbianism. Homos. Attention, homos. Just when you thought it was safe to turn on your radio. And remember, his partner has huge cans. Oh. Yeah, big, giant breasts.
Thank you.
You've heard the imitators.
What was that?
Now hear the originator.
Instead, we got a guy going, hey, I gotta tell you the rumor.
You know, and my regular voice is deeper than
Yeah. You have a more masculine voice. All right, so look how long it takes this guy to spit out the words. It says nothing exciting.
Yeah.
We've done since we signed on in January of 1983 by playing our last Stairway to Heaven and then going into Berlin. Berlin, right? January 11th, 1983. It's been a good run, and we're going to keep that going. We've always worked hard to live on the cutting edge, and we've always played the best new music before anyone else would consider it. In fact, they're still not considering a lot of the music we play.
Sounds like there's a windstorm in the studio.
Yeah, what is going on there? Are they outside?
He's like, and we always played the best new music.
What is all that noise?
Hey, Gary, is the tape on the right speed? Hey, Herc!
We've done promotions no one else would, in ways that no other radio station would ever consider. Remember that six-pack of Yugos we gave away to one person?
Everyone cracking up. The stupid general manager. Remember the six-pack of Yugos? This is the big announcement that we're coming to San Diego.
And still hasn't gotten to it. All this stupid crap.
Yeah, he's still congratulating himself on giving away a car. Remember we gave away a car?
Nobody would dare to do that.
Yeah, nobody.
What a nut.
But in ways that no other radio station would ever consider. Remember that six-pack of Yugos we gave away to one person a few years back, Steve?
Yeah. What's he laughing about? My backyard
One person with those 6 Yugos. One for almost every day of the week.
Hey, remember those Yugos? Anyone remember laughter?
We gave 6 Hugos to one guy.
We've also done things like give away $25,000 to our Expose the X winners. We've never been afraid, and I say that very assuredly, we've never been afraid to try new things.
Wow.
And we've always tried to listen to what...
He still hasn't announced that we're coming to the station. Yeah. By now, the audience is half in the bag.
You, our listeners, have had to say and what's been important to you. That's why we've always worked hard to bring you the best concerts and events that we could. You know, things like X-Fest and Sunfest and Listener Appreciation have really become a tradition along with...
Oh, my God.
Has everybody jumped into the bay by this point?
Yeah. This is the announcement announcing us coming to San Diego.
Oh, man.
Take the long route.
Yeah, take the high road.
This Glickenhaus is something else.
Yeah, Glickenhaus. It's another nitwit.
No wonder radio is so exciting.
Hey, Glickenhaus, just stay away from our show. Let it run in the morning. Let the commercials run when we take a break, and then get us back on. No weather, no traffic. Just Glickenhaus, stay out of the show.
Back off.
Just like I do with Tom Giazzano. I almost had him out of my show, and I got him back in the show. I'm going to get him out again, or I'm leaving. Glickenhaus and Giazzano. Glickenhaus equals Giazzano. Same thing.
It's all the same guy.
Right. San Diego, New York, don't make a difference what market it is. All general managers are morons. I've yet to meet a smart general manager. I've yet to meet a guy who's got some brains. Glickenhaus. What is that? Jew, German, Mexican? What is that, Glickenhaus?
That's stupid.
Glick is Jew, but House is something else.
All the concert trips around the country or the world, for that matter. We've always listened to what's important in the lives of our listeners.
And now he's going to make an argument that we're important in the lives of
the
the
listeners have been calling for us. They've been beating on a table.
Yeah.
They fucking prison there. People calling for us.
Glickenhaus is now taking phone calls from people who hate us.
We've responded by organizing things like the Save the World Radiothon, where we raised over $500,000 in the last few years.
What's this got to do with anything?
Once again,
I think what he's trying to say is, look, we did a whole bunch of good stuff, so now when we lay Howard Stern on you.
Please forgive us.
Yeah. Dickenhouse.
Steve, we're going to change the face of morning radio in San Diego.
As we know it.
As we know it. It's the end of the world in morning radio as we know it, as our friends from REM have just said. Starting next Monday.
The friends from REM were just in?
Yeah, on record like they always are.
Yeah.
Our friends.
As our friends at REM just said, it's the end of the radio world as we know it.
I'm sure Michael Steep is over at his house when he comes to San Diego.
February 13th, Howard Stern will join the airwaves of 91X for mornings.
By the time he got to the announcement, everyone was gone.
Yeah, even the two guys in the studio are.
Yeah, they're in a coma.
I think you will find that mornings will never be the same again. Many of you have heard Howard before or seen his radio show on E! Entertainment Television, or read his best-selling book, Private Parts, or seen him on his numerous David Letterman or Jay Leno appearances, or maybe you read about him in Rolling Stone or many of the other national publications he's been interviewed.
Wait, my heart machine is on. My heart just stopped from this announcement.
All the life out of this show.
He is. Isn't he annoying? Talk about an annoying guy. Imagine you're listening to the radio and you hear the announcement, like you don't know who Howard Stern is and this guy's announcing it.
Bye. There's absolutely nobody like Howard Stern, and he truly has become the king of all media, as he's self-proclaimed. Please give the show a listen.
As he is self-proclaimed. I wonder who wrote this.
I'm sure Glickenhaus wrote it himself.
I guess when you actually broadcast from Mexico for a long time, you'd lose command of the English language.
I think you find it very entertaining and quite addicting. You just never know what Howard's going to do.
I'm going to vomit. That's what I'm going to do.
I bet you he didn't know Howard was going to do this.
Yeah.
This is a big surprise to him this morning.
Hey, or who's going to drop by? Starting a week from today, Monday morning, February 13th, you can hear Howard Stern beginning at 3 a.m. and going all the way until he finishes, which could be 10:30 or 11.
Wow.
And then, of course, he'll be followed by Steve West. 91X is very...
What is Steve laughing about?
What is Steve's name? Is it West or West?
West.
What is he saying?
Steve West.
Oh.
Steve West, with you. How are you? Good morning. Steve's laughing because he can't believe he still has a job.
He's relieved.
Steve figures he better laugh a little and kiss this guy's ass. Try and keep his audience awake.
Howard's going to let me do 3 hours? Okay.
Well, poor Steve. He's got to put up with the ratings that he's going to receive after this guy gets done. Drives away all his audience.
Proud to be bringing Howard Stern to San Diego. And as I said before, the San Diego radio world will never be the same. I can promise you that. And now, here's a word from Howard.
It's your new best friend, San Diego, Howard Stern. Finally, after years of abuse, somebody in San Diego had the guts and brains to hire me. We will be number one in San Diego in 3...
Oh, I know. I had to cut a bunch of these the other day for them. Don't do me a favor. Don't play these anymore. I argued with them for 12 hours. I don't want to say these things.
Why did you do it?
Because they want, you know what it is? When they first sign up, they want to see you're a team player, that you're willing to cut a few ID liners for them. I thought they were going to play them individually. They strung them all together.
Like a speech.
Like a speech.
Weeks. That is my prediction. I'm coming this Monday to the only station that matters in San Diego, 91.
These are all things you cut individually.
And they pieced them together.
They pieced them together and made them on top. See, I told them, leave me alone. San Diego, trust me. What's that guy's name? Dickstein?
Glickenhaus.
Glickenhaus. Do me a favor. Don't cut my words together. Don't run this anymore, please. Do me a favor. Just let me do my show. Don't even promote me. Don't mention my name on the station. Oh, I got a problem in San Diego already.
Cutting edge of rock and everything else in this universe. So there you have it. Thank you, Mike.
Thanks, Steve.
Now we get back to the music.
Yeah,
morning,
let's get back to the music.
13th, 3 a.m. Set your alarm clock and get up.
Let me ask you something here. Why would he make that announcement at noon?
Because the morning guys would have hung him up. Would have hung him from his boots. You want to go into the morning show and announce to everyone that you have a new morning show? So he made it at noon when nobody's listening.
On the way home,
yeah. Anyway, we're on in San Diego now, so there it is. There's the big announcement.
Now back into the music.
Let's go back to the music because our general managers put everybody in a coma.
I wonder what song they went into after that.
Let's see.
Clearly, this is rock and roll radio. Come on, let's rock it.
No, we're not going to find out.
Not going to find out today. I could find out. Maybe they go into, it is the end of the radio world as we know it, and I feel fine. Ugh, I can't stand REM. Bunch of pussies. They all look like you could collectively kick their ass in 10 seconds.
Yeah, I don't think you have any problem there.
Yeah. Michael Stipe ought to grow some hair on his head, and that other goofy guy with the round glasses.
Peter Buck.
Peter Buck?
Yeah.
I hate those guys. I can't stand them. Don't play them during my show. It's like 4 or 5 nitwits. You know, the thing about rock is you want to sort of identify with the band and, like, pretend like you're up there playing with them.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to play with them.
Like you want to be playing with them.
Those guys, you just want to kick their ass.
This is like the situation you always get in. Like this guy hired you, right, because you're outrageous and funny and good ratings. And I bet you I'll get a phone call in a couple of hours. You know, Howard's really funny, but don't make fun of the music.
Yeah.
Because everyone likes the music.
Right, yeah. Well, screw him.
REM's like our core band.
Yeah, but who cares? Who cares what he says? I'm not going to take orders from Glickenhaus.
REM is our friend.
I've had it with Glickenhaus.
You're right. REM, they donated tickets to the Hungerzon.
Don't badmouth them because they're really close to the station. Yeah. I already have a headache. I'm going home early today. I really want to go home now. I want to leave. I'm going home. I've never done this before. This is going to be outrageous. I'm leaving.
You're going to leave?
I'm leaving right now. Goodbye. See ya. I'm out of here. I want to go out so bad.
You can't do it, though.
Can I get paid? It's got my salary.
You're not that kind of guy.
It's one thing I love more than pride, and that's money. Not that kind of guy. You're right. Here's how the San Diego press has been treating me. Already, Radio 91X won't confirm or deny the hot rumor that the sleazy shock jock Howard Stern will join the station lineup. That usually means it's true, but you could hope not. That's Tom Blair from the San Diego Union Tribune. I assume that's a big paper there.
Soon to be a fan.
Yeah. There's an open-minded guy.
Yeah.
Tom Blair.
What do you suppose the odds are that one of the first 2 questions at the press conference is, how do you plan to be on in San Diego when you don't know anything about the town?
Or how about, how long do you think it will take for you to become #1 in San Diego? And then I'll say a week, and then the reporter will write, that pompous ass thinks he'll be #1 here. Well, he'll find out that San Diegans are a lot different than the rest of the country. Yeah, well, he doesn't know I have a secret weapon, this guy Tom Blair. I'm going to be giving away a 6-pack of Yugos. So wait till he sees what happens. That will win everybody over.
Boy, are you daring.
Yeah. I'm a nut. I got to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Back with the Howard Stern Show.
That's the best band in rock and roll right now. Metallica and 9 Inch Nails. There. Yeah, other than that, listen to that. Jesus Christ, that's inspired. Now you're rocking. That's good. That could get you going. Get yourself a young girl and do it with her to that. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's something. That's a fantasy, huh?
Yeah, that's just what I was thinking.
Get yourself a 22-year-old blonde, big knobs. Crank that on. Just sit there.
Fake knobs.
Big fake knobs. Oh, skinny waist. Nice flat belly.
And air between her ears.
Yeah. Dumber the better. Boy, you think just like a guy. Yeah, I noticed your new look. Robin came in. Fred noticed it, actually. Robin's got some... What are you wearing, fake eyelashes?
Yeah.
Did you always wear fake eyelashes?
No.
His friend says to me, you know, Robin's got on really long fake eyelashes. I said, she doesn't wear fake eyelashes, does she? What happened? When did you decide to do this?
Well, I had always planned to do it. I was just getting used to the other part first, and now I'm ready for the lashes.
What other part?
The rest of the makeup. You know, I had to learn to do this whole makeup job. Really.
Are you going to a new makeup? Are you going to a new makeup person or something?
No. She had taught me the whole thing. I was just afraid to apply the lashes with everything else I had to do. Now I'm used to the other stuff, so I could work the lashes in.
You look more beautiful than ever.
Oh, shut up.
Is there more hair there?
Something's going on there.
No, there's no more hair.
No, it's hair coming out of her eyes.
That's hair.
You have long, beautiful lashes, and I think it'll be noticed on TV.
Flap my eyes.
Beautiful. Very vain. Like we all are.
You have your thing, I have. My
bet.
lashes are the new.
You look gorgeous. You're radiant. You're absolutely... You can barely open your eyes with this thing.
I know,
It's the
I'm
funniest
sitting
thing.
here going, hello, Howard.
Why don't you take them off?
Where are you? You're like in jail. I see you through lines.
She has such long eyelashes that they actually weigh down her eyelids, and she can't even see out of her eyes. Looks totally unnatural. Very lovely. You're sparkling. All right, very good.
I'll see how I like it.
Hey, you want to hear this song? I realize that we're new in San Diego, and people in San Diego won't understand this song parody. We do song parodies once in a while. We actually started doing them a lot years ago, and now every radio jerk does tons of song parodies, so I'm turned off to them. But
right, they buy them, they do everything. Lots of people don't even make their own. They just play somebody else's.
But trust me, a couple of months from now, this will be very funny to you.
You'll get it.
Yeah, you won't get it today.
In a few months.
Yeah. You can go tune to another station while we play this if you want.
You can say we suck.
Yeah. So, Scott the engineer, we went into the studio with him Friday. Scott the engineer is a guy who just smokes a lot of cigarettes, way too many cigarettes, and he's real fat and bald. And he works for us, and he's slow. And we wrote a song called Brown Fingers for him because his fingers are always stained brown. And he's actually singing on the song, and then Fred and I are making...
Doing the backup?
Yeah. You want to hear how it came out?
Yeah.
All right.
Hi, my name is Scott Salem. Even my last name, Salem, is a cigarette. I have a cousin named Paul. Last name Mall. Maybe you've heard of him. I tell you, I wish there was a way that I could smoke while I sleep. I can't get enough of that sweet nicotine. The cigarette, I find, is my only friend. I wish I knew how to smoke with my rear end.
My name is Scott Salem, and I'm so serene when my lungs are filled up with smoke and nicotine. Cigarettes are my entire life. I'm never half happy till I've got a button to ignite. I've got brown fingers and lungs so filled with crud. Brown fingers, my mucus looks like mud.
I'm as dull as a clam. I'm a loser's loser.
Doesn't matter if it's cold or hot. You could probably pave a road with all the tar in my snot. I've got no will to live and not much self-control. If I got throat cancer, I'd be smoking through my blowhole. I've got brown fingers. My lungs are filled with crud. Brown fingers. My mucus, it looks like mud.
Sitting here with a razor blade, chopping up tape, missing all my hair, like my head's been raped.
I've got brown fingers. My lungs are filled with crud. Brown fingers. My mucus looks like mud. I've got good reason to smoke, it's pretty clear. I'm as dull as a wall and I've got no career. Got a big hairy butt, but there's no hair on my head. I buy 2 cartons at a time, cause you have to take a hit. I've got brown fingers. My lungs are filled with crud. Brown fingers.
mucus that looks like mud.
I got
Brown fingers.
I say, yeah. How come I smoke so much? Yeah. I get hard on everything I touch.
Brown fingers.
Look at me.
Brown fingers.
I got a chrome head.
Brown fingers.
I'll be dead in 2 years. Smoke 'em if you got 'em. Yeah.
Wow.
It's a hit, man.
That is a hit.
Doesn't Scott have sort of a Ray Davies quality?
Yeah, he's really something. Scott's a loser's loser.
There you go.
I can't stand the monotone you talk in. I got to admit, it is really annoying.
What can I tell you? What else? I mean, what do you want me to do?
What can I tell you?
What do you want me to do?
What else can I do?
Maybe that speech coach.
I got to ask you. Let me tell Robin what you were up to over the weekend.
I wasn't up to anything. What are you talking about?
Scott was on Prodigy.
Yeah. Oh no.
And now, but now he can't admit to being on Prodigy. Because his wife won't.
I wasn't on Prodigy.
Tell the truth.
on Prodigy.
Are you allowed to go on Prodigy without your wife sitting next to you?
Sure.
Comment.
What?
Yes.
Tell the truth.
If she's not around.
If your wife isn't with you, are you allowed to be on Prodigy?
Yes.
He's lying.
I wasn't on.
What happened this weekend?
When was I on Prodigy?
Are you going to lie to me?
Why would I lie to you?
You're lying, aren't you?
I'm not lying. When was I on?
Okay. All right, forget it. I'm not. I don't know what's going on with you, man, but it's pathetic.
You think somebody came on and pretended to be Scott?
No, it was Scott.
It was Scott.
Yeah.
How do you know it was Scott?
Because I know Scott. And Scott knows it was him. And it's like he's into this whole thing where he has to lie and say he wasn't on Prodigy.
So what's the deal? That Scott has to sit there with his wife all the time? They go on together.
Yeah, he is not allowed to go online by himself.
I wasn't even home this weekend.
Tell the truth.
I'm telling you.
Are you allowed to go on Prodigy?
I could go on Prodigy whenever I want, but...
As long as my wife lets me.
As long as she's with me.
Yes.
It wasn't me.
She's got the fuse to the computer.
Yeah.
You think she's going on without Scott?
No. He was on. There's something going on where he's not allowed to go on without her, and she's not allowed to go on without him.
Oh, it's a joint venture.
Yeah.
Howard, what would be the reason?
The reason is, Scott's wife is afraid all the girls on Prodigy will want Scott, and if he goes on by himself.
Scott's trawling for women.
Yeah.
And his
Where do
wife
you come
is
up with these,
trying to hold him back.
I got you all figured out, dickhead.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He won't tell you the truth.
Oh.
I'm telling you.
Were you on Prodigy this weekend? Say, I swear on my child's life that I was not on Prodigy.
I was not on Prodigy.
You didn't say on your child's life.
On my child's life.
You swear on your child's life you were not on Prodigy?
I swear.
What'd you say?
I
say
swear.
it all in one sentence.
Why? Why should I have to say that to you?
Because you won't say it.
What was my nickname?
Because you won't say it. You won't say
Somebody
it.
was pulling you.
Say, I swear on my child's life I was not on Prodigy.
Wasn't me.
Say, I swear on my child's life I was not on Prodigy.
Is there time for a cigarette?
Yes, I think I need a cigarette.
See, he won't say
I
it.
have to smoke if you're going to interrogate me.
Cyber smoke.
He's not allowed to go on Prodigy without his wife. He's not. Can you believe this guy?
You are absolutely right. You said that, these are two people who created this incredible thing around themselves, so that they can make each other think that they got some kind of a good deal.
Right.
Oh, man.
No one is going to. No one is going to steal you away.
I know.
I really wish your wife would put you out there on the open market to see what comes.
On computer, you can't see him or smell him, so it's ideal for him. It's like he's the perfect man on
He's a
Prodigy.
hunk on
Yeah.
the computer.
That's as far as it's going.
Yeah.
Meet me at the corner. That's it.
He's like the pina colada man.
Did you and your wife sit down and have a discussion where you both said, hey, look, you're not allowed on Prodigy without me, and I'm not allowed on without
There was
you?
never any discussion about it.
So how did it all come
you
about?
used to go on by yourself.
Who said that I wasn't allowed?
I'm saying it. I know it's the truth.
Okay.
At one time you went on by yourself, and now your wife is on there every time with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on? Can you go on by yourself?
Yes.
Say, I swear on my child's life I can go on Prodigy by myself.
I swear on my child's life I can go on Prodigy by myself.
You know what it is? They haven't sat down and said, Scott, you will not go on Prodigy without me. She just hears that computer come on and she runs into the...
Wait a second.
She likes to do it as well.
You're allowed to go on by yourself, but you will not swear on your child's life that you weren't on this weekend.
Okay, I swear I wasn't on this weekend.
Say, I swear on my child's life I wasn't...
I swear on my child's life I wasn't on this weekend.
Oh, okay. All right.
By himself.
No, if he says that, then I believe him.
So take that.
When was the last time you were on by yourself?
I don't know. I can't recall.
I talked to him this weekend on there.
Yeah.
I don't know. Was I Rocket DJ?
No.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
DJ?
Hey, ladies, I'm Rocket DJ.
Rocket DJ.
Sad sack.
Hello, ladies.
I was considering changing to that.
He was on there, he was incognito.
Yes.
Nothing connected to him should be called Rocket.
I know. Rocket. Guy with no personality is Rocket DJ.
Rocket.
Yeah.
Today I'll be Media Man. Paralysis.
You are not allowed on Prodigy by yourself, and you know it.
I don't know.
Why won't you admit it here? Why won't you admit it? Because you're embarrassed. You're embarrassed.
No, there's nothing to admit.
Yeah. He admitted it in here off the air.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
I did?
Yeah. Didn't he, guys?
I heard something that sounded like that.
It's a plot.
It sounded like that, but it was so unbelievable that I thought I heard wrong.
You did.
I just don't understand.
Oh, you're kidding me. This is true.
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Oh, man.
He just won't say it.
What are you talking about?
His wife doesn't want him to get to know guys pretending to be girls on the computer.
Right. First of all, on Prodigy, it's all ugly girls.
So, San Diego, you enjoying it so far?
Yeah.
I can hear the phone ringing in my production studio now. I really wasn't on. Yes, dear.
Really? Okay. Yeah. All right. Goodbye.
Yes, dear.
I'm done with all liars. Goodbye.
Wow, Scott.
I really have nothing to say.
I have nothing to say.
So,
I have nothing to say.
Hey, he can't really go on without his wife. He's got to say, come on, honey, I'm going to go on
It's a joint venture.
They are amazing.
We're in love. We like to be together.
Oh, please. I can tell that.
Don't you want to be
things like that you don't have to tell people. You can just see it.
No, I believe you're in love. I'm just saying, why can't you go on Prodigy yourself?
I can. Honey, who said I couldn't? I have to.
I'm saying you can.
Okay.
I know you're not allowed on yourself.
That's not true.
You think
why? Because every time I'm on, she's with me?
No, because you've told me you're not allowed to go on yourself.
Not true.
Not true?
I can go on myself.
You can?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Because I say he's a guy in his late 40s. I mean...
Late? No, not late. I may look like I'm in my late 40s.
All right, very good. All right, thank you, Scott. I'm done with you. Very good. Congratulations on your song, Brown Fingers.
And that great love.
Right. and your love.
Yeah. Thank you.
What is it, Gary?
Well, first of all, like 5 people already called and said they were talking to Scott on Prodigy, but of course he'll deny it's him.
Right.
And then John brought up a really good point. He said, and there's only one answer to this question. John said, if you had to not have one life of anyone on the show, who would it be?
Scott.
Right. This is not a contest.
Right.
Why is that?
Come on. Because there's no happiness.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's plenty of happiness.
No, there's no happiness. Well, it must be all at home because it ain't when you come here.
Yeah, you seem pretty sad when you're here, man.
You're keeping it a big secret from us.
I'm glad you're here, otherwise I'd be the saddest guy. All right, thank you. All right, goodbye.
I live in Mudville.
What?
You give us all hope.
I live in Mudville. I'm telling you, someone was pretending to be me.
Okay, very good.
And surely somebody wants to do that.
Everybody wants to do that.
They all do that.
It was him. All right, goodbye. Get out.
Maybe Scott is the easiest to pull off.
Thank you, Scott.
Hey, anytime.
All right.
It's like he walks in here and we all rejoice.
All right, come on, get out of here. I got a show to do. I got a million things.
My life ain't so bad.
All right.
How to be happy like me.
It's kind of fun to go on that computer thing and chat to people all over the country. But Scott, I don't know, somehow has made it into a thing that has turned into a horror.
Right.
What are you typing? What are you typing now?
Nothing, my dear.
What are you typing?
I don't know if it's in his head. I've talked to his wife a bunch of times. I think it's in his head that he can't go on there by himself. I don't know. I don't know what it is. He wants to be controlled.
Yeah.
He likes all this involvement.
Yeah.
That a woman is crazy for him.
Yeah.
That's what he's, created.
I think he's dreaming stuff up.
Yeah.
But anyway, who knows?
She might not even be sitting there. He's pretending.
Yeah, right. Might be like the mom in Psycho.
Yeah.
He's going to blow up, though.
All right, I got a million things to talk about this morning, and we should get to them. A million things other than Scott. And his brown fingers.
That is a great song. The parody came out very well.
All right. All right, too much laughing in the background today. Let's calm down with that. Today, no laughing, okay? It gives me a headache. I know how to suck the joy right out of a room.
Just when everybody was having a good time.
Yeah, well, I see it was getting a little too outrageous.
Jackie rejoicing that the tension is on somebody else.
Right.
It's pretty funny.
Okay, good. All right, now, let's take a break. We'll come back, and I got a million things to tell you about, and a million tapes to play, and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
Right after these words. I'm going to get naked so I can feel like it's 100 degrees in here. Scott, make it a little cooler, just a little. I'm going to die. I'm going to drop dead right on the air. Very few people have done that. Not even the Arthur Godfrey, the so-called father of whatever. Arthur Godfrey never dropped dead on the air, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to be the first DJ to die on the air from heat prostration. Jackie Joke Man Marlowe. To order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette, it is $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Saturday night, March 4th, at the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. That's Jackie's announcement.
Taj Mahal.
Yeah.
My Taj Mahalics Anonymous meeting.
Looking for a San Diego gig.
Yes.
All right, good. No more laughing, please. Shh. I got a headache. Let's just have some quiet. Why is there no more quiet on the radio? Shh. People are trying to wake up. It's too much talk. Shh.
Why don't you play some mellow music?
Yeah, let's relax. Where's that friggin' Dothead with his relaxation tape? Oh, I need that.
The friggin' Dothead?
Oh, come on.
Oh, jeez, Howard.
Oh.
How about the nice Indian man?
Where's the Indian man?
You can choose from.
Sunshine.
Oh, that relaxes me. That's not an Indian friend.
These guys,
you are a disaster.
There's three things.
You're no help to me. Thank you.
Feel that you are blowing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, think of the abdominal area.
Abdominal.
Take a deep breath in.
Oh.
Imagine that your stomach is like a balloon. Fill it with air and let it expand to its limit.
Oh.
Hold the breath. And when I tell you to release it, let the air burst out through the mouth. Really?
It burst. You did it right.
Very.
I feel better. Son of a bitch, it works. I love the Indians. I do. They know how to relax. That's why there's no food in that country. They're too relaxed. Nobody eats anything. There's no farming. No agriculture. No soap, no hygiene, no nothing. Just relaxing. Yeah, just a lot of relaxing.
Just allow the mind to rest.
Allow the mind to rest. Allow. Just allow the mind to rest.
They're too lazy to even learn the language.
Right.
Mind sink into a still deeper state of rest and peace. If any thoughts come that try and pull you from the here and now,
you know the thoughts?
The dots.
Involved with them.
That's why they wear a dot on their head, because there's too many dots.
Watch them come and watch them go.
I was wearing a dot on my head this weekend. I figure I could be as relaxed as this guy. I love that whole dot thing. I wish I knew what it was.
What does it matter? Just put one on your head.
Yeah.
See what happens.
See if it relaxes you. I love all people. That's the thing. For those of you tuning in for the first time in San Diego, you're going to learn very quickly, I love everybody.
You can tell by the way he refers to them.
Well, come on. I'm just kidding around. I do love everyone. It's myself I hate. I'm a big, ugly, Big Bird lookalike.
Well, they say unless you love yourself, you can't love anyone else.
Yeah. Oh, I loved myself plenty last night.
Long time.
Right after Lois and Clark. God, that is a hot piece of ass, that Terry Hatcher.
You
Jesus
like her,
H. Christ. Oh, the big melons on her. With the beautiful face and the legs. Ooh, that was a good episode of Superman last night. First good episode ever.
I wonder if I taped it. Because I need to watch it.
I decorated my belly in her honor. Had sex with my wife this week, and she was on her period. But she did something to me that she...
Well, you didn't have sex with your wife this week, and she did something to you.
Well, no, I used the vibrator on her while she... Because I wasn't going to do...
You touched her with an inanimate object.
And she did something she's never done before to me.
What was that?
Let's just say she had a protein drink.
Well, then you can call her and ask her that question you asked me.
She said it was great. She did it. First time ever.
Oh, boy. I tell you, you're finally moving into some new territory.
Yeah, it felt pretty good, too. I felt bad for her.
500 years.
I felt bad for her. I was like, ugh.
Then why did you have her do it?
I couldn't hold back. She said she wanted to. Wanted to prove her love for me. And I was proud. Your wife does that, right, Jackie?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Occasionally.
That's a special occasion thing?
Does the bitch try to kiss you afterwards?
That's the best.
That's the worst.
That's the best. You want to prove your love, now do it.
That's when man stands up and says, I am a hypocrite.
Right. Exactly.
See, that's what I like.
Who is on my phone, Fohi?
You want to hear a wonderful, wonderful phony phone call? It has all the elements. He called up impersonating somebody on the news. They can't pot him down quick enough, and then the newscaster yells at him.
Okay. And what crisis is this during?
It's on one of the Los Angeles freeways. They think they may have found some sort of a bomb, so it's closed in both directions.
Okay.
This guy, of course, impersonates somebody from, like, the fire department.
Okay. Hi, you're on the air.
Good morning, Howard. This is King of All Rednecks.
Hey, King of All
Los
Rednecks.
Angeles.
Haven't heard from you in a while.
Well, I've decided I had to go on with my expose of all the networks here in the city trying to show that they don't check credentials, and once again I was able to pass through with flying colors.
King of All Rednecks is on a mission, evidently. I don't approve of this mission, but he feels that
He feels he has a cause.
He feels that news stations do not check their sources properly, and this is what he is pointing out. All right, go ahead.
It's an expose.
To each his own. He's like the Geraldo of rednecks. Go ahead.
What's great, too, is this anchor person is a great, great friend of Mark and Brian, one of their call-in buddies, so he's absolutely incensed at the fact that I got this off. So here we come with it. His name's Paul Moyer.
Paul Moyer. He must have a lot of taste.
On the phone with us right now, a man from Caltrans. His name is Kenneth Kallenbach. He's at the Sawtell off-ramp right now. Let me ask you this. What do we know about the other side of the freeway, sir?
Well, the other side of the freeway should be moving shortly. What we discovered, one of the motorists had pulled over to use one of our call box facilities, wandered off to get themselves safe from traffic, discovered what was purported to be a pipe bomb. We believe at this time it still may have been a bomb. It was one of Chevy Chase's movies. Baba Booey, Howard Stern. Baba Booey, Howard Stern. Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Howard Stern, Baba Booey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that. Obviously, somebody who listens to Howard Stern and these creeps call television stations like ours and sometimes get on the air and inconvenience you and me and everybody else. We apologize for that. Bob Petty, are you still there?
Well, it's just because he's a Mark and Brian fan. How could you be a Mark and Brian fan? How would you want to be identified with those guys?
Yeah, well, he calls in their show all the time and kisses their ass all the time, so I thought it was pretty funny.
Does he know they're like number 12 in the ratings now, or number 18, something like that?
He can't read a ratings book.
All right.
That's pretty funny. Baba Booey, Howard Stern, Baba Booey.
Get off the air. Get off the air.
Get him off. Get off the air. Oh, you creep.
So I have
one of those Howard Stern creeps.
We hate you.
I have a friend who works there at NBC, and about 10 minutes later, my phone rings, and he goes, "Hey, man, was that you?" I said, what do you talk about? He says, "That was you, man. It just came up on the prompter. Paul Moyer's going crazy. He's screaming at everybody." He was absolutely incensed, went up to the management after he got off the air, was screaming how he wanted the screener fired and everything.
Well, I don't blame him. I mean, after all, it's terrible what you did.
No,
He's a very
you
serious
inconvenience them and the audience.
That's right.
Did you catch the name? My name I used?
Yeah, Kenneth Keith Kallenbach.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were laughing.
What's great is they asked for a spelling, and at the bottom of the screen and everything, they've got my name, Hazmat Team, Kenneth Kallenbach.
Kenneth Kallenbach. Can I hear it one more time, just the hell of it? Let
me cue it back up here just for a second.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, I thought you might like it. This was Friday night, so I could hardly wait for the show this morning. So I like when the guy yells at you. That's funny.
Oh yeah,
he's yelling, get him off the air, get him off the air. So
yeah, I couldn't hear those. Yeah, I got to really pay attention to what he's yelling in the background there as he goes Baba Booey Howard Stern.
Yeah, he's going nuts.
Well, I counted and I got off 11 blasts before they finally were able to cut me off.
That's got to be some kind of record.
Okay, here we come.
You to look at your pictures there. Let me just tell you, we have on the phone with us right now a man from Caltrans. His name is Kenneth Kallenbach. He is at the Sawtell off-ramp right now. Let me ask you this. What do we know about the other side of the freeway, sir?
Well, the other side of the freeway should be moving shortly. What we discovered, one of the motorists had pulled over to use one of our call box facilities, wandered off to get themselves safe from traffic, discovered what was purported to be a pipe bomb. We believe at this time it still may have been a bomb. It was one of Chevy Chase's movies. Baba Booey, Howard Stern. Baba Booey, Howard Stern. Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Baba Booey, Howard Stern, Baba Booey.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for that. Obviously, somebody who listens to Howard Stern and these creeps call television stations like ours and sometimes get on the air and inconvenience you and me and everybody else. We apologize for that. Bob Petty, you still there?
I haven't heard that in a long time. Creeps.
It's very funny because he says they call television stations like ours, the dumb ones.
Yeah, creeps.
Well, so far I've got...
You're a creep.
I've got CBS and NBC. If I can get ABC, I'm working my way through all the networks.
And you realize, of course, this expose on how screening is done in times of emergency is unbelievable.
Absolutely. I'm doing it as a public service.
Well, it was very necessary.
Yeah. A lot of people were screaming for this kind of investigative journalism.
He wanted people fired?
Well, this is hearsay. Hearsay. All right, very good. Thank you, Baba Booey, Howard Stern.
Well, thank you very much, and it's been good talking to you, and I'll keep working on my expose, and I'll get back to you when I get somebody else.
We think we've discovered a bomb. It was one of Chevy Chase's movies.
I love that.
I hope he sat down and just
get off the air.
Get off the air.
Oh, get off the air.
Cut him off.
Cut him off, for Christ's sake.
Thank you.
One of those creeps.
It's one of those creeps.
All stations like ours, from time to time, get through, creep.
He's a Howard Stern listener.
He's a creep.
Tricked again.
Tricked by a creep.
TV's Paul Moyer. I pride myself on not getting tricked by creeps.
Oh, he calls radio stations and TV stations like ours.
My God, I'm an a-hole.
All right, thank you.
Fire those screeners. Fire them.
All right, very good. That was a lot of fun. We got to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to the Howard Stern Show. 97.1, The Eagle.
7:34 at the Eagle. This is Brad Bowden.
Some restrictions apply.
It's 7:41 at 97.1 The Eagle.
Call Howard on the Eagle's toll-free line, 1-800-54-STERN. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
And on Friday... All right, shut up. Friday night was Ralph and the Super Bowl bet. A lot of people tell me they think that was one of the funniest E-shows we've ever done. Glad everyone likes the E-show so much, because it would really destroy me creatively if you didn't. I would be a mess. I would not be able to go on. Dumb channel.
Are they bothering you too?
Yeah, they are. That's right. Hey, Robin, what's 4 inches tall and has 1,000 legs?
4 inches tall.
And has 1,000 legs. A building in Kobe, Japan. Isn't that great? Isn't that beautiful?
That's some joke. That's a sick joke.
Takes your breath away.
I'm glad you're all laughing at that terrible tragedy.
I mean, it is bad, but it's funny.
Captain Jenks called me real quick just to say that he has also called that same Los Angeles television station, and the guy yelled at him and called him a creep.
They're easy to get through.
Yeah. Do you want to play that quickly?
Yeah, good morning, Howard.
Hi, Captain Jenks.
Yeah, this is during the L.A. fires last year.
Okay.
And the same guy, Paul Moore, me and David King of All Song Parries.
All right.
Soprano is with us from Ventura County Fire. Kevin, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me? I sure can, loud and clear. Now, apparently people searching for their lost spouses, do not try to drive out here. Please call your local chapter of the Red Cross.
do not try to drive out here. We've got our hands full reading Howard Stern's single private part.
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you something. Any creep who would get on the phones during this kind of disaster and pull that kind of trick on us, I mean, okay, we cut him off. I apologize for that. What a jerk.
You are a jerk. That's great.
How old is this Paul Moyer?
I don't know, but Billy was telling me he's been out to California a bunch of times. He says he's like a Tom Snyder wannabe. He's like kind of like he's, older, distinguished gentleman, but not afraid to let his lip go.
Any creep.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, creep, jerk. Pulling a trick like that on us.
Hey, thanks, Captain James.
Hey, by the way, Howard?
Yeah.
Ted. Yeah. What do you think of Howard Stern, the radio personality?
Howard Stern, the radio personality.
I don't know what that is. I didn't approve that one. I don't know what he's doing.
But it was Ted Danson.
Right, I think so. And, by the way, I don't approve of any of these calls. I think that it's wrong to call these stations.
Then why do you listen?
Well, what else I got to do? I got to kill 4 hours. I'll listen to anything. You want to play me something? Go ahead.
You never know how they're going to turn out. They could be good calls.
Yeah. I mean, they're funny. I'll give you that. Just don't approve of them. Okay. It's very important I get back on the air quickly because I have nothing to say.
What about that KKK message?
All right, let me get to a bunch of things. It's a good point. You want me to play the KKK message, or you want me to play... Yeah, this is good for San Diego since it's their first day with us. Our 18th market, Robin.
It's only 18?
Yeah, that's all we got.
I thought we had 20.
No.
Darn.
You want to hear the African woman? Let's play the African woman, then the Ku Klux Klan.
I think that would be a good introduction to the show.
This woman called me up the other day.
We were having an OJ discussion.
She wanted to yell at me because she's from West Africa, and she claimed that she was from the city, and I claimed that she was from the bush. And people from Africa go nuts when you tell them they're from the bush.
Well, the whole thing is that the woman called in because she wanted to say that OJ was innocent until proven guilty or something like that, but somehow you distracted her.
somehow I made her life miserable. All right, you ready? I don't know. Nothing is labeled.
Oh, boy.
I can't tell. All right, I'm going to try this one. Here we go.
You want to talk to a woman who's she's very upset with you. She says that you reach a lot of people and you're unintentionally biasing this case, and she also happens to be from West Africa and has a pretty good accent.
What is it, baby?
Hello, hi, Howard.
Hello there.
How you doing? Okay, my name is Fadima, right?
Fadima?
Right.
She's from Sierra Leone.
I'm from Sierra Leone.
What?
Sierra Leone.
Sierra Leone. That's in West Africa. You wouldn't know, maybe. That's okay.
Why are you calling it Leone? She's a Sierra Leone.
He thinks it's Italian.
No, I'm not Italian.
So are you a real jungle woman?
I'm not.
Well, did you grow up in Africa?
Yes, I did.
And did you wear a bone in your nose?
No, I didn't. I was in the city. And
you're in the city.
Yes.
Did you ever see a zebra?
No. Why are you making jokes?
Have you ever communicated on tom-toms with other neighboring villages?
Have I what?
Have you ever milked a tiger?
No, I've not. Where I live is not in the jungle. I'm in the city.
Yeah, the city, but it's still very rural.
No, it's not. No, it's not. We have everything.
Tell me.
We have everything.
I've seen National Geographic.
We're not like that. We were under the British. It was only like during the slave times, maybe, it was rough. But after that,
And you went to school with shoes on or bare feet?
I went to school. My mother was she's a businesswoman. They own a poultry store.
What business is she in? Witch doctoring?
Poultry. No, she's not witch doctoring. You try to
What religion are you? What religion are you?
What?
What religion are you?
I'm a Muslim.
Did you ever boil a human skull to make soup?
Howard, I don't do that.
Ever dig a pit and fill it with spears sticking up?
No, Howard, you're trying to make a joke.
You've never been in the jungle. You've never been.
I have never been in the jungle.
You never went to the bush.
Never been in the jungle. I grew up as a very middle class.
You never met a witch doctor.
I have gone there sometimes.
Oh.
You go to witch doctors.
So we went from never to sometime.
No, you go to witch doctors to find out stuff, you know, about whatever is happening.
So you went to witch doctors, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, you
go
did?
There. You go there to secure. Listen, you know why you go to those places to secure yourself? Because they have so many people around that can do stuff to you.
Oh,
you know?
I see. In other words, you feel that there are other primitives who were going to do things to you, so in order to ward them off, you went to the witch doctor.
Yeah, to protect yourself.
But I tell you, she's a primitive.
What?
Hey, I'm going to do something to you right now. Ooh-wee, ooh-wee, ooh-ah, ting-tang, wally-wally, bing-bang.
No, stop joking. That's not what I call them.
Have you ever stuck pins in a straw doll?
No.
You've never once stuck pins in a straw doll?
No.
You never got a potion from a witch doctor?
A potion?
Oh.
I don't do those. I don't do that. I don't
you don't
go
do
to
that.
harm nobody. I go to protect
but
myself.
you took a potion to protect yourself, did you not?
Protect yourself from bad
Admit
people,
the truth.
people
Did you protect yourself with a potion?
I don't do that. I go
You did
protect...
drink a potion, didn't you?
Howard, stop joking.
I'm not joking.
Stop joking. You know, those things, I believe...
Do you hang anything in your house? Have you ever hung?
Yes, I do.
Tell us what you hung in your house. You woman of the city. Tell me what you hung in your house.
What I hung in my house?
Yes.
I have stuff that to protect myself, to drive evil away.
Oh, okay,
yes.
okay. So you hang stuff in the house to drive evil away.
Yes.
And what evil would we be speaking of?
People can just look at you and don't like you and try to put bad luck on you.
All right, let me ask you a minute. Have you ever worn a funny mask and danced around a fire the night before an attack?
No.
Have you ever been attacked, your tribe? You're a part of a tribe, I assume.
No, I've never been. I'm telling you, the city is peaceful.
Yeah. Oh, I say it sounds very different so far.
It is.
You got things hanging in your house.
I'm not from the country. I'm not from the city. I'm a city girl.
Yeah, I bet you are.
Catholic school, girls' school.
Oh, yeah. You're some Catholic.
And high school.
You don't even know the meaning of being a Catholic. A good Catholic doesn't hang things in the house like that.
I went to a Catholic school. I'm a Muslim.
Oh, I bet you are.
Yes, I am.
Ever kill a chicken?
I don't kill chicken. Men kill chicken.
All right. Did your man ever kill a chicken and drip the blood onto the stomach of a white woman? Tell the truth.
They don't do that. They don't.
They don't do that, huh? Yeah, you never heard of that. That's totally foreign to you, isn't it?
Howard.
Yeah. Okay. Listen, Robin. This is a jungle bush woman, and she can't fool. She can tell you about the city all she wants.
You can say whatever you want.
Got a big bone in her nose.
That's not what I called about.
Have you ever put plates in your lips?
I've never done those. I told you I'm not a primitive girl. I'm a city girl.
Mm-hmm. And have you? How long? Answer this. How long does it take to rebuild a village after an elephant stampede?
They don't have. Howard, look at that. You see?
Yeah, look at that. You know what a city is to her? It's a straw hut.
Make a joke, Howard.
Liar. I expose you for what you are. So you haven't.
We don't have those things in my country. We don't have elephants in my country.
You've never pulled up a rock, seen like bugs and termites, and eaten them.
Stop playing. I don't know about those things.
Do you know what she does? She goes to witch doctors, gets potions, takes them, and hangs like dead chickens in her house.
I don't do that. How can you hang a dead?
You just said you did it. Now you're lying.
How can you hang a dead chicken in your house?
What do you hang in your house?
It's gonna smell.
Tell Robin what you hang in your house. She doesn't believe that you're a bushwoman.
Let Robin think whatever she
Tell Robin what you hang in your house now.
I know which is...
Do what I said, I'll put a spell on you.
You can't.
Wingo. Oh, I can't?
I can challenge any witch doctor. They can't put nothing on me.
Yeah, how can you challenge a witch doctor? You don't know my power.
I'm sick. No, you're not.
Oh, I have so much personal power, I could kill you over this phone.
Howard, stop playing.
Stop it. I could do it. I'm going to put a spell on you.
Stop playing.
You want me to put a spell on you?
Stop playing.
Tell me what you hung in your house.
You wouldn't. That's my personal business.
No, that is not personal.
That's private.
You own a blowgun?
I don't have a gun. I don't believe in killing people.
You don't have a blowgun?
I don't believe
that
in
is a lie.
Nothing. I don't
That's
believe
a lie.
in killing
That's a filthy
somebody
lie. You're
because I
a
believe
filthy
in
liar.
life after death. You have to do for somebody whatever you want them.
You've never painted your face when you go to war with a neighboring village?
We don't
That's
do
a lie.
We don't go to war. I've never heard about war.
What did you hang in your apartment to keep off the evil spirits? Tell me. That is not your private business.
Then you're going to give out the information.
No, I won't. No, I want to know what you hung from the ceiling.
If you're not clean and you come to my house, you're going to be...
I expose you for what you are, a bushwoman.
No.
Primitive.
Howard, listen.
What year did your village discover fire?
That's not primitive. The white people do it too.
You ever eat giraffe?
They have Freemasons.
Did you ever? What did you hang from your ceiling? Tell the truth now.
No, that's not.
Let me see what the white people are hanging too.
That's my business.
I guarantee you white people never heard of this.
The white people, they have Freemasons too. They have those people that go catch all the evil in
That's right. And what do you hang from your ceiling?
That's my business.
Those people who hang things from their ceiling in this country who believe in the Lord Jesus Christ. You are hanging things that are work of the devil.
That's my business, Howard.
Oh, I know what you're up to. You ever dance topless in a grass skirt?
No.
Did you ever eat giraffe?
No.
You've never eaten giraffe.
I'm not that type.
That is a
That's what
lie.
I'm saying. I'm not a country girl.
Did you give your virginity to the chief of your tribe or not?
No.
Answer
we
the
don't
question
do that.
honestly.
My parents are very educated. They cannot do that.
Were you circumcised? Did you receive female circumcision? Was your clitoris removed at an early age?
Not an early age, when I was old enough.
When you were, okay, so at an older age you removed your clitoris was removed. Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah, you do admit that.
Yes.
That is a primitive jungle tribe. So you do not have a clitoris.
It's a thing to slow down your sexual act.
Yes.
So what?
Yeah. You
sleeping
think that's right?
from man to man, jumping bed to bed.
Can
have
you
to
read?
stay with your
How
man.
old were you when you had your clitoris removed?
Like 15.
15.
Yes.
And aren't you sorry you lost your clitoris?
What?
You're sorry you lost your clitoris.
A little bit, but not
Of course.
much.
Oh, man, am I in pain now?
I know.
Do you admit that you could read? Can you read
You just talked about having that done. Oh.
I mean, a clitorectomy.
It hurts, but
It takes away all. Who did it? A witch doctor, right?
It's not a witch doctor.
Tell the
They
truth.
They don't call them witch doctors. It's a society. It's a
Was
women's
who
society.
removed your clitoris?
Let me tell you what that
You-
society. Let me tell you what.
Who removed your clitoris?
Listen to me.
Your cousin.
No, who said a cousin? Listen, let me explain something to you. That's a secret women's society.
I'm going to tell you something. You not only had your clitoris removed by your cousin, you've eaten giraffe.
Cousin? How can I say cousin?
I don't know. Somebody removed. Who removed your clitoris? Was it in fact a witch doctor?
It's not a.
You are a jungle bush woman.
I'm not.
You are. Primitive.
It's a tradition.
What did you hang in your house? Tell her.
No.
Tell Robin now what you hung in the house.
No. And Robin will know if she want to know one day.
Did you ever hang a shrunken head in your house?
No, I don't.
Do you
I
have
don't kill people, so I don't believe in.
Would you remove your daughter's clitoris?
No.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, yes, she would. You'll see.
No.
Woman has no clitoris. She doesn't even know the meaning of pleasure.
No.
Has your village ever made a stranger honorary chief because he had a watch? What?
I'm not from the village.
You are.
I'm from the city.
You had your clitoris removed.
No.
Honey, you can't fool me. I know. I grew up in the black community. I know a primitive when I speak to one. I had primitives living with me.
I'm not a.
There are primitives and city folk. You are not a city folk. You had your clitoris removed and you hang things and drink potions.
You live in the city and
You drink potions, don't you? Tell Robin what you hung from the ceiling if you're not a primitive.
No, I'm not.
Wait till she tells you. I know what she hung, but I'm not going to say it.
It don't matter.
You say it.
No, I don't have it.
I know all about you. I grew up in a black community, honey. Why do you think I know you so well?
Listen, stop playing. Stop playing.
I'm not playing anything.
It's not funny.
You hung it's plenty funny.
Robin, help me out here.
Robin, admit something, Robin. When she first came on, you thought she was a city woman, didn't you?
She still says she's a city woman.
Yeah, now you know the truth. She's a bush woman.
Say something. Tell him.
Well, you did call for a reason. Now, what was it?
That's what I want to know. Okay. Howard was talking and making
Bush
comments
woman.
a few minutes ago about OJ, right?
Yes. OJ. Now listen to this. This is a bush woman talking about our OJ.
Okay, listen. What happened to innocent until proven guilty? You reach so many millions of people every day, right? And you're trying to be on one side. You're trying to be biased.
Do you know you have a nerve commenting on how I handle a situation? You are a woman who is amazed by fire.
Howard,
and you're going to tell me that I know what's going on?
I have freedom where I come from, too.
I saw the freedom. I see what goes on in West Africa.
But listen to me. Let me tell you something. Listen
I
to
see.
me.
You have no freedom.
How you know what her area is known for?
What?
First ever
Howard.
documented case of AIDS.
Of course. AIDS is running rampant there.
I don't have it because we don't go sleep around.
If she had a clitoris, they could rub each other instead of having AIDS sex.
Listen, Howard, stop.
I wish I could send OJ to Africa.
I wish he could have.
But I would warn the animals first.
Howard, stop playing. Listen to me.
She thinks I'm playing.
You have a right to your opinion. That's your opinion. That's what you feel. But you get into so many people filling their head with OJ is guilty. OJ is guilty.
You tell the truth.
What happened?
You tell the truth. The first time. Wait a second.
Innocent until proven guilty. We see all these things. Police people.
Darling, innocent until proven guilty is a new theory to you. I grew up with it. You grew up in a land where there was no guilty, innocent, nothing.
Wait until the end.
You're an expert now on American culture, huh?
I'm not worried about American culture.
Admit that you. Hey, let me tell you something. We don't want you in America. We want you back in the bush.
Yes, I want to come to America to get what I can get. And
what can you get? You're going to get nothing. You're going to be a janitor here.
You went over to Africa. You robbed us.
Have you ever eaten monkey brains?
No, I don't eat that.
You are a liar.
I'm not a liar. Listen.
You are lying now to me.
Africa, you ripped us all up.
Admit the first time Admit something. Okay, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
White people.
Admit to me.
They deprive us of everything we had.
Let me tell you about the white man.
Come here because
if you don't
making it like America is the only place to make.
Oh, so now you hate the white man, huh, Jungle Woman?
I don't hate nobody.
Let me. Why don't you admit to Robin?
I'm saying I'm here because you people have given us.
Oh, you people. Here's a woman grew up in Africa. She's blaming the white man. No white man took you.
Yes, honey. Yes, because there was slavery.
Yeah, ripped off our country. Oh, please.
Slavery, Howard. Remember, don't forget there was slavery.
Did you admit to Robin the first time that you
divided the families? You brought people here against their will, Howard.
Who are you, Lawrence? Listen to me.
They brought people here. They brought people to America or whatever.
I'll show you how primitive she is.
They
Let me watch this.
divided families. They forced.
Okay, I understand what you're saying. I understand everything you're saying.
Oh my goodness, where'd you go?
I got her going.
Well, we have.
Let me say something.
Well, you know,
let me say something. Honey, the first time you saw a car, did you try to feed the car? Did you try to feed the car? Why don't you admit to Robin?
I didn't grow up.
Or did you chase the car?
I didn't grow up in the.
Even Cheetah knows OJ is guilty.
I did not grow up in the dark ages, Howard.
When you saw the big silver bird in the sky,
after my
did you know it was an airplane?
Okay, so we had everything in our country.
You know what? Why don't you go back to your country? Then go back there.
I will go there when you people.
No, not you people. I didn't do anything to you. Go home to Africa.
I will come here and get what I can get from you people, and then.
No, you're not going to get anything. Get from you people. What is it you want from us? Let me hear.
Yes.
Look at the rage.
Yes.
What is it you want?
Because you make America. You've made America.
You're real civilized. Go back to the bush.
You suppress us.
You are not civilized.
You go take our stuff.
You are not civilized.
You use them.
I don't know how we got into this discussion. We were talking about.
I know.
Because I got her going. I exposed her for who she is. She is a jungle bushwoman primitive who knows nothing about innocent until guilty. You didn't put anybody in his place. The whole world is laughing at you right now.
The whole world is not laughing.
Oh, they are laughing at you. African bushwoman.
What I say makes sense.
I'm going to buy you a pair of shoes.
Howard.
You are from West Africa. Why did you go back there and cure AIDS?
Howard.
Help the people out.
Howard.
What are you doing here? What are you getting from... Let me ask you something. What are you doing in this country? What are you getting from us? Let me hear. List for me what you got so far.
At least when I work, I get paid.
Yeah. So how come in West Africa you can't get paid? Because the economy sucks.
Because you people made it.
Oh, you people. We're not over there.
Yes,
I haven't been there for 500 years.
You're not over there, but
I'll take you.
You make all the laws.
Come down here,
monetary. You make the international, the monetary business. You
the money. Don't make your own money.
You give us loans and you give us high rates.
You should see the money in her country. Womp them.
We want to help you out.
The pictures
you have to devalue
on it. You're
money.
an outrage.
You want to help us out, but you want us to devalue our money. You want to put our money.
Do you have calluses on the bottom of your feet?
That's what you do.
Do you have calluses? Do you have calluses on the bottom of your feet?
I don't have nothing because I don't walk barefoot.
Are your calluses thicker than a Sicilian pizza?
I've never
You walk barefoot. Admit it.
Shoes.
You have no shoes.
Howard, I always have shoes down.
I'm going to start hollowing out a tree with a sharp stone to sail you home to Africa.
Stop it. Why don't you
wrap this up?
Do you wipe with banana leaves?
Listen.
Or is that your money you wipe with? Is that the money you wipe with, or is it banana leaves?
You want me to go? Just give me 20,000.
I hope it's 20,000. Come down here. I'm going to give you 20,000. I got to get rid of you.
Give me 20,000.
Good. Get out of here.
I leave tomorrow.
Tom, give me 20,000.
Give me 20,000. I leave
the best money I ever spent.
Give me
the $5.
All you do is have your hand out. Hand out.
$20,000. I will never come back to America.
Yeah, good.
Tell you that.
Good. You'll sign a piece of paper. Good.
Just give me that.
Now you'll be back.
Use of that money.
No, you'll go. No.
To work.
If I gave you $20,000.
This is still slavery.
If I gave you $20,000, you know what would happen? You go back to your country, you get duped by the witch doctor when he sells you some more roots to hang from your nose.
I would. Just give me $20,000.
You're a dupe, sucker.
I will
What
never
is it?
come back to America. Never until I die.
I hope you sit on a tarantula the size of a softball when you go back there. And they take your clitoris and throw it in the river. That's right.
Howard, shut up.
Howard, if you want to
let's calm down
if you
here.
want to get this argument in stereo, there's a man from Nigeria, same accent,
another Bushman,
and he's also saying that Howard, all Africans are not alike.
I just told you, I exposed this woman as being from the deep bush.
Howard,
he's
I'm not
educated.
From the bush.
You
I'm
could
from
see.
the city.
You're from nowhere.
If you know your geography, you would know I'm from the
I know
city.
geography, and the word is geography. And let me say something.
I don't care. You
are an embarrassment to all Africans.
You pronounce it different. I pronounce it different.
I tell you the following.
It's different because I grew up different places.
Listen to me, grow up.
So don't tell me I'm not right. That's how I pronounce it. That's how
Listen to me.
I'm
going to tell you
talk to
something.
the Nigerian.
No, I'm going to tell her something. I got to tell her something before I pick up the phone on the Nigerian and let him have it. I'm going to tell you something, honey.
What?
You are an embarrassment to all Africans, and I'll tell you why.
Not.
I'll tell you why you are.
I'm not.
You are because
I'm not.
Because you look for handouts. 20,000. What are you fleecing us? You're going to do a shakedown?
You ask me what I'm doing here.
You make me sick.
You ask me what I'm doing here. I'm doing here because I'm here because I want money.
I hope a big lion bites your ass and pukes.
Because you go to work. You go to work in this country. You pay bills and the money stays back here.
Sir, what do you want?
Hello?
Yeah, what do you want?
Yeah, listen, Howard, I'm a very, very fan of your show, right? The show. I love your show.
Poor Mandela is saying I went to prison for these two?
Hello?
Yeah?
Yeah. Can you tell me something, please? Can you tell me what you think of Africans when you just hear African?
I love Africans.
You do?
Yes.
I
wanted to prove that this woman was lying. She's from the bush.
I'm not from the bush, Howard.
You are from the bush. I can tell from your accent. I grew up with people like you.
It's not funny.
You are from the bush,
Howard,
and you hang.
It's
Sir,
not funny.
Sir, did you grow up in the city?
Yes, I did.
All right. Do you go to witch doctors?
Sir?
Do you go to witch doctors?
No, I don't.
Of course not. And do you hang powdered root from your ceiling?
Not exactly, no.
Everybody has what they believe in.
This man, I can tell from his accent. I can tell this man is from the city. You are from the bush.
From bad people.
No, listen to me. I
one.
can tell from talking to this man that he is from the city. He is refined. You are from the bush. It matters to me when you lie to me.
I know in my mind I'm from the city.
Oh, please.
Please, too.
Hello? Hey, sir, is your wife circumcised?
Sir?
What?
Say again.
I said, has your wife had her clitoris removed?
No.
Of course not, because you are from the city.
He is not married, he said. He's not married.
Do you know, did you have a sister?
Sir?
Does you have a sister?
Does you have a
That's how they talk in Africa. Does you have a sister?
Can you please speak louder, please? I can hardly hear you.
Yeah, well, because you get your radio on.
Oh, hang on a second.
Yeah, he just figured that out. I tell you something, I can't believe it. As we speak, I'm going to put a chain across the ocean to keep away African canoes.
I'm back.
I said,
Miss.
She is not civilized. Listen to me.
Yes.
What?
People have this belief, that Africans have this, general thing, right? We are all not alike.
Yeah, admit she's an embarrassment.
Well, I really can't say that. No, you can't say that.
Thank you very much, my brother.
My brother, all of a sudden.
Thank you. Tell him that.
She's my people. I love.
Did your sister have her clitoris removed?
It's not right, no.
Of course not. Don't people in the bush do that? Yes. And don't tell me differently. Ma'am, you are from the bush. I rest my case.
Howard, listen.
I'm not listening to you. I'm not listening to either of you.
You have to.
He is civilized.
But you know you lose it.
You have to get me out.
Let me explain to you.
No, I'm not losing anything, honey. I've exposed you for the phony you are. He is civilized, and lady, you are barely walking upright.
Christ.
And you should go back to Africa, and I'm not giving you $20,000 because you would just squander it on witch doctors and powdered root. All right, thank you. Thank you.
I want you the best.
And as far as...
We love you. I listen to you, though. I listen to you all the time.
Shut up.
Well, I'm glad we got that all
I told you she was from the bush, and now I proved her as a phony that she is. I got to take a break. I'm
You are
sorry.
amazing when you
Thank
get
you.
together with different cultures.
Right. Well, I know a phony when I hear
Nothing
it.
but clashing.
That I prove it? I should be on that witness stand. I should be the lawyer in the OJ
You
case.
could break OJ.
Oh, I could break him in 2 seconds. Put him on the stand. I'd get him on his knees. I'm a one-man melting pot. All right. I got to take a break. I grew up in the black community, and God trained me to deal with that woman. That's right. I can deal with all kind of people. I grew up with Puerto Ricans, blacks, everything.
What do you mean deal?
Whites.
Because
I know how to
it
bring people
seemed
together.
Like a big fight to me.
That was no fight. I exposed her. So at the end, she was kissing my ass. She knows. She can't believe I exposed her.
Oh, dear.
I got to take a break.
disguising herself as a city woman.
Oh, yes. I knew she was from the bush. She's got calluses as thick as pizzas on those feet. Trust me, she's a fraud. Thank you. All of a sudden, she had no clitoris.
Eagle.
He does nothing back there all day. I got to get a job.
The Howard Stern.
That's what I'm going to do.
Once again, Howard Stern.
I'm quitting radio in September so I can get a job as a general manager. I want to be a general manager of a radio station. I want to sit around and play golf. I want to think about my golf game. I want to sit and watch hockey games. God, dag nabbit. That's the life. He does nothing. I just read a piece of copy. Made no sense.
I was listening to you struggle through it.
But take a look at this. There's parentheses and secret messages to me throughout the whole thing. I mean, what am I, a moron?
Saying to you? Read me the directions.
Please mention phone number and now imagine I'm reading a commercial and it's parentheses.
Yeah.
And it's a secret message.
You're trying to go along.
Just write it out. Please mention phone number and sales close.
Sales close.
1-800-888-9449 at least 2 more times during the commercial. Phone number and close should happen once in the middle of the spot and once at the end.
Oh, good.
Then there's another parentheses. Please mention that only 300 Mickey Mouse pieces will be released for $99 through this special offer one other time during the commercial. Write it out for me.
Certainly you'll be able to do that.
Where are you? Do you do anything all day? Yeah, I just threw it over there. Go take a look at that.
Don't
you got
fall off that
morons
piece
here.
of copy. Yeah, he should see that.
Every time there's a new piece of copy, it's wrong. You know what? How do I get into general managing? Who do I have to have sex with? It must be a job you have to give somebody sex.
You have to go to general manager school.
Really? You've got the best job. God bless you. You got the best life. That's the life I want. No pressure whatsoever.
That's me.
The sales department goes out and sells. The disc jockeys go out and get the ratings. And I'm going to sit there and make bumper stickers. Go ahead. Take that. Go back there and do something.
This will be...
I want your job.
Because you demanded it.
Thank you. I want your job. I want no pressure in my life.
General manager school is right next to Clown College.
Right.
Yeah.
Where is general manager school? Is it next to Clown College and Berger University? Where is that? Where did you go to school? I want to know. I want to know why you wasted your time in college. Did you go to college?
Yes, I did.
You did really? What college?
I went to 2. They got thrown out of the first one.
I don't know who I hate more, you or Tim Sabian.
Wait, I don't know why you
Ken
hate
Stevens.
Me. I don't know.
Oh, you know why I hate you plenty. You know exactly why I hate you.
Yeah.
Don't ask why I hate you, because if the list is so long, I will never get to my press conference at 10 o'clock for my new market, San Diego.
Congratulations, buddy.
All right, thank you very much, Tom. All right.
Nice.
You're a nice guy.
Yeah,
what can I say?
I love you, too.
All right.
Yeah.
I understand in order to become a general manager, they have to remove a portion of your brain. That's the only part I'm concerned about. What part? How much of your brain did you have to give up?
Lobotomy's hurt. It's really not working.
Okay, go ahead. Go comb your hair. I see your hair out of place. All right. Go ahead. All right. Thank you, Tom. I want his job. He makes a lot of money for doing nothing.
Oh, yeah. And no stress.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. No stress.
You notice he's always in a good mood.
Oh, yeah. Well, why wouldn't he be?
Of course.
What would encumber his brain?
He's always happy.
I want to be happy like a mongoloid all day. You know mongoloids are happy? You ever see a retard bus?
Yeah, you've never seen a disgruntled mongoloid.
They're all smiling. This. That's the same smile Tom has.
And they're affectionate and loving, just like Tom.
Yeah. You know, I've talked to parents of mongoloids, and they say, you will never know the love of a mongoloid. And I go, what do you mean? They go, it is unbelievable love.
They say, too bad for you, you only have normal children.
Yeah, because you know how your kids get mad at you and pissed off? Retarded children love you unconditionally. What is it, Gary?
I'm not going to, get into political correctness, but you know that this is how you always get in trouble. Nobody uses the term mongoloids anymore.
Oh, why not?
We do.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back.
It's Down syndrome.
Whatever.
We're not talking about that. We're talking about mongoloids.
Down syndrome isn't funny. Mongoloid is. All right. All right. Here's something funny for 2 seconds. Richard Lewis calls in a lot to talk to Gary or something.
Yeah.
And John.
He's with his girlfriend now.
But let me just say this.
Loopy or whatever?
Loopy. And his girlfriend Loopy.
Loco.
And the guys swear they think that Richard's drinking in the morning.
That's what they keep saying.
Wait. Richard. Hello?
Yeah.
Have you been drinking?
Are you out of your mind? I haven't drank in years. I went to the All-Star game at some radio station, and I don't have a call. It just woke me up. They found my hotel. I went crazy. I mean, it's not loopy, it's loco. I thought I already told you I'm a health fanatic, you jerk. Why don't you listen to people? By the way, that Mongoloid routine,
he doesn't
I put it in the top 1,000. What do you think it was? Let me tell you something, Howard. It was the scariest. I'm in Phoenix. We were up early for an early flight to get back.
Maybe he is drinking.
I don't know.
Howard.
He sounds like Ian, the Russian who calls us.
Are you drinking or not?
I haven't drank for years. What is it? What are you getting on?
Are you the new Foster Brooks?
This is his
new what do you want me to say? I'm a heroin addict? You're acting like a 4-year-old.
Are you the new Foster Brooks?
What are you talking about? What are you getting on this riff for?
It sounds like you're drinking.
I have laryngitis from doing that movie in New York.
Oh, all right. Okay.
I don't drink. I haven't drank for years.
He's in the room with Loco right now.
All right, let me talk to your girlfriend.
No, hold on a second. She's a little intimidated. Remember I told you didn't believe me? I didn't propose marriage, but one of the reasons I haven't is because she's not an obsessional person. I wouldn't be with like a psycho. But
something's going on with him.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
I don't know what he's doing.
This is not the Richard Lewis we knew.
This is a different Richard Lewis. This is a broken man.
Yeah.
This is a man who, after John Candy's death in Wagon East,
I just did a movie, Neil. I'm doing another movie with Jack Lemmon, so shut up. I'm developing a new show. I am tired of you misrepresenting my career. Seriously, Howard.
Why?
Dig up your co-stars?
Because I'm not suggesting that
you get mad at me because I point out that
misrepresenting me. Like, where are you calling me from? The Methadone Center in Sweden? Stuff like that.
No, you get mad at me.
That crap.
No, you get mad at me.
By the way, Derek Harper was not at the All-Star game, and it got us very upset. Number 2.
Hey, did you watch the...
I was here. Don't you want to report?
Did you go to the All-Star game, actually?
That's why I called you. We're getting up to go to the airport, and some local station in Chicago, I don't know if the callers, otherwise I'd have you call them and yell at them for me.
Friday night...
They said 100... Go on.
I'm trying to have a conversation. But anyway...
Good luck.
Look who's talking.
Yeah, but
I go out with my girlfriend.
Anyway, Saturday... What night was it? Saturday night I stayed in and watched TNT, the Ted Turner Network.
Yeah.
And I'm just ignoring Richard. I'm not going to listen. You're droning on.
I'm not listening.
All right, thank you.
But are you excited I'm doing a movie with Jack Lemmon?
You know why he gets mad at me?
You see,
what are you doing, Grumpy Old Men 2?
I hate you now. Yeah, I hugged you last week when I was on your show. When I hugged you, I even hugged you, even though you say,
He doesn't like when I point out that some of his movie selections have been bad.
All of his movies. What good movies?
You know what it is? All you want is yes men around you. Just because I tell you some of your movie selections have been bad, don't take it out on me.
Hold on a minute.
What movie selection has been good?
I've had some bad concerts. I'm developing a show. I just did a movie with Diane Weiss and Amanda Plummer, and I'm doing the one with Jack Lemmon in 6 weeks. So shut up. You're an idiot.
That doesn't even sound good.
That doesn't sound bad to me.
That sounds bad already.
Name a good movie.
Nobody goes to see...
You want me to show you my bar mitzvah album? That sucks.
Nobody likes Jack Lemmon.
How far back do you want to go with people? I'm an adult. I'm a man.
Watch.
How far back do you want to go in my life?
In 30 years, he's going to be working with Jim Carrey. You'll see.
He waits till they get old.
Yeah, Jack Lemmon was happening 30 years ago.
What about it?
When he was in that Tony Curtis movie. Jack Lemmon was happening 30 years ago.
Oh, shut up. Did you see Glenn Ross, you moron?
Yeah, I saw that. That was really good. Big box office.
That's what. Oh, so now you're not into art all of a sudden.
All right, listen. Oh, yeah. Listen to me.
So Loco, she will not get over this fixation about having...
Glenn Ross was a sleeping pill on film. Glenn Ross was a sleeping pill on film, and he's sitting and crowing about it.
I'll tell you, listen, your career right now is in jeopardy because how you're taking this conversation, I'm a friend. I call you up from a hotel room at 6 in the morning from Phoenix to report in about the All-Star.
Let me talk to Loco.
And you just continue to put me down, and you find that entertaining.
No, I happen to like you a lot.
Your P.O. box, and I'm going to give you some suggestions.
I don't believe that Loco exists.
I happen to like you.
He should have been there.
I happen to like you a lot. I am saying I am not going to be a yes man and kiss ass and tell you that your movie selections have been good. I'll repeat.
The new stuff I'm doing?
1 second. Wagons East with John Candy.
Listen, that was 2 years ago, and I missed my buddy.
Mel Brooks.
You're getting me pissed off
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Robin Hood Men in Tights.
You're a schmuck.
Robin Hood Men in Tights. Call me names. Keep calling me names because I'm honest with you.
What was that one with Sean Young?
Schmuck means penis. You just called me a penis. All right, listen to me.
What was the one with Sean Young?
Yeah. What was that one? That was.
You guys are really.
And don't forget the Boy Scout movie.
Yeah.
I take you guys out. I ask you out to dinner. You cop out on me.
What was the one with Sean Young?
I take your whole cast and crew out. I call back one more time.
You did straight to video. It was the one with Sean Young, and he won't listen. He won't listen to anybody because he wants a yes man.
Yeah.
He wants a yes
I know
man.
you're not into basketball, so I won't even report.
I was going to talk to you about the game.
Gorilla, whoever they.
I was going to.
Yeah, Loco's going back to bed.
Well, let me talk to Loco.
Yeah, okay.
Howard?
Oh, whoa. You do exist.
Hi.
Hi, you sound hot.
How are you?
Why don't you get rid of that loser and come be with me? I like Richard. Tell Richard I like him.
He knows. I think he knows.
You sound really cute.
How old is Loco?
How old are you, Loco?
I'm in my mid-30s.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Usually he goes for younger.
I know.
And you know he's never going to marry you.
I absolutely know that.
Oh, really? How long are you going to stay with him?
Wait to see how his next movie does. And if it's as good as Wagon Z, she's out of there. What do you want to be an actress? See, I'm funny.
I think he's so funny.
He's funny. Paul. But he's mean to me.
Wait a minute. Were you with him during Wagons East?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you have to tell him these movies are good?
Yeah, what do you do? Do you tell him to read the script?
I read them with him, but he makes the ultimate decision.
Who do you look like? Are you really hot?
Well, right now I'm dressed provocatively.
Why are you giving yourself to him? You know he's not going to marry you. Why don't you go with a guy who's going to make an honest woman out of you?
Well, I don't want to get married.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a model?
I realized that, but I'm not. I'm a writer.
She's a writer, yeah.
I realized that all men are really not monogamous creatures.
You're right.
By nature.
You are so right.
And why bother, you know?
Right, exactly. Why tie him down?
You don't commit either.
I do, unfortunately, but I don't expect anything.
Did you ever? You're my kind of girl. Did you watch John Candy on the set of Wagons East, like eating like crazy?
Oh no.
Did you?
Oh God.
That is a yes.
No, it isn't. Richard, relax. Richard, he's talking about John.
Sorry, John?
No.
Richard's out of it.
Okay, Howard.
What? I like talking
I will not let you use Loco. Listen, go back and do your brilliant show.
What's the matter? Jealous?
My friend passed away. It's so. Listen.
Oh,
listen,
baby.
You do 5 hours a day. I would say you're brilliant a lot of times, but some of the times you suck. And this is a suck period.
Wait a minute.
I know you like it. Get back to bed. You're making me angry.
Was Loco laughing too much?
Yeah, Loco was laughing too much at me. He couldn't handle the competition.
Loco has a crush on you, and I can't handle it.
Yeah, well, tell Loco she's mine. I'm going to have an affair with Loco just to teach her a lesson.
If that's what it takes to take you and your wife out to dinner, I will let you do it.
All right, very good. Anyway, I'm watching TV on Saturday night. The Ted Turner channel.
Yeah.
TNT. Which is a bigger embarrassment than the E channel. It really is.
With TNT, I never watch it.
Well, I had tuned in to watch this game where it's like a rookie game, rookie basketball. Like it's all rookies from the NBA.
Like
Did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched the whole 3 hours.
Yeah.
Another version of the All-Star game?
Well, I wanted to watch because it's like a 15-minute game. Is it 2 15-minute periods? Yeah.
It's a shortened game.
Yeah. Anyway, it's a shortened game, but at halftime, they had this kid. He gets to shoot one shot from the three-point line for $1 million.
Okay, all right. I've heard about this contest. Yeah.
And they allow anybody, I guess, to enter this contest.
The Foot Locker $1 million shot. And they took like 6 million entries, and somehow they picked someone.
This 16-year-old kid, you know, and I thought it would be kind of cool to watch. Also, they have the slam dunk contest.
Yeah, that's where that occurs. Okay.
So the kid, you know, missed the shot, which was kind of sad, you know.
It was an air ball.
Well, you want to know something? He was right on line.
Yeah, but don't you think that's really a lot of pressure for a 16-year-old kid?
I think it is.
Did you know that they don't even let him come out? Like, they wouldn't let him come into the arena. They make him sit back in the dressing room until they announce him.
Yeah.
So when he first walks out, that's the first time he gets to feel.
Hey, it's $1 million.
Like, be in that crowd.
Yeah, well, what do you think, Foot Locker? You know how many sneakers they got to sell to make $1 million?
But I felt so bad for that kid. He was pretty embarrassed.
Anyway, so then I figure I'll stay tuned because they're going to do this slam dunk contest And the other contest was...
The 3-point shots.
Yeah. They get a bunch of black guys to shoot at the basket, all from the 3-point line, all the way around in a circle. And you have like 30 seconds or 50 seconds to shoot like 20 balls, and how many points you get, and whoever gets the most points wins $20,000. Or something like that, $10,000. So this TNT, they must have cameramen who are on drugs or on medication. They, first of all, can't find an angle so you can see the basket. Second of all, the guy shoots a basket, all right, and they don't show you the basket. You can't tell if the guy made it.
You don't know whether it went in or not unless an announcer says something.
Right. It was like radio was TV. I've never seen a worse channel than this TNT. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Well, that's also the competition where they let Charles Barkley be an announcer the whole night.
Yeah.
And they could put the camera on him. He doesn't know the camera. He's looking, you look at the back of his head and stuff.
Yeah, right. But, I mean, that's kind of charming because he's not a real polished guy and he says whatever's on his mind.
Right.
I can deal with that. What I can't deal with is a camera guy not being able to aim the camera at the basket. What are they, all non-union guys?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think that's what the whole thing about it is.
It might have been their first night ever.
Yeah. I think it was their first broadcast ever in the history.
Well, it might have been the cameraman's first broadcast, but they were bragging.
And Ted Turner wants to take over CBS.
Yes.
Can you imagine? Like, none of the shows you'd be able to see. Like, you tune in to watch Entertainment Tonight, and like you can't see John
Camera's
Petch's
not
head.
on the
yeah, right. Every shot is out of frame.
Well, Howard, didn't you hear them bragging? That's the 10th year that they've covered that.
Really, and they still haven't gotten it right. I think the show was directed by a guy named Ray Charles. You ever hear of him? Blind musician. I got to take a break, and when we come back, I got a whole bunch of stuff to do. Millions of things to do. We have a press conference today. Later on, if you want to hang with us for San Diego. Since there's a time difference, we're going to have to do it later in the show.
I see, okay.
So we got a lot of things going on. We'll be back right after this.
It's the Howard Stern Show.
Yeah!
I'm watching... Oh, you know what? The guy who used to do the show in San Diego before us, his name was Russ T. Nails. Russ T was his middle name, and then Nails, Nailz. Russ T. Nails. No wonder no one listened. I used to be Tess T. Calls, and Robin made me change it.
I thought that was stupid.
Yeah. Well, in San Diego, they don't think that's so stupid. Tess T. Calls. You should see the competition in San Diego. Here's a guy. The hottest morning show in San Diego are these two idiots, Jeff and Jer. And you gotta see their face. Look at this. One of them has fish lips. One guy, big goofy guy, he looks like I think that's Jer. Is that Jer? Jeff and Jer. I'm reading all about Jeff and Jer. They're in San Diego Magazine.
What does it say? Maybe we can learn something from these two great guys.
They really I think these are guys who put no thought into their image. One guy's wearing like leather suspenders with white socks and loafers. They look so effeminate, it's not even funny. I mean, it's just not even funny. Who does this guy look like? He looks like somebody. Jer. Who does Jer look like?
Stephen King.
Yeah. Big fish lips. I mean, can you look at this? And look at this. And the two of them are hugging each other in this picture.
Why is it that two guys on the radio always have to hug and wrap their legs around each other?
Buddy.
Yeah, they're buddies. They're trying to show.
They don't have to, like, hump each other.
No, they're trying to. Radio guys will do anything.
They must hate each other. We're pals.
Yeah, they must hate each other. In the pictures, we love each other. Well, according to this, it's one big love fest.
You wear the suspenders today.
Want to hear their history? Here?
Sure.
Okay, the Jeff and Jer story. The radio climate in San Diego has changed dramatically over the last few years. Competitions heat up. Stations come and go. Ratings flux like winter storms. It's a very beautiful article. Anyway, it seems that Jeff and Jer were on in Chicago. Okay? And They say we weren't really successful in Chicago, Jerry reveals. We learned, I think off the air he's Jerry. On the air he's Jer.
Okay.
All right?
So you know whether he's on the air or off by what they're calling him.
Right. We weren't real successful in Chicago, Jerry reveals. We learned, though, best thing that ever happened to us. See, we would all do these goofy characters, Jeff explains. Jerry would be like a janitor and come in and visit us, and a matronly rich woman who would come in and hit on Jeff. But the people in Chicago didn't want to hear it. Jeff sobs. We did it for like 2 days, but Chicago's a storytelling town. Everyone's got a story in Chicago. It's a real people town. They didn't want to hear the goofy made-up stuff, so we just started sharing stuff from our lives. Jeff and Jer just all of a sudden dreamt that up. Say.
In 2 days, Chicago let them know.
Yeah. In 2 days, those two losers with their characters.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah. After 2 years in Chicago, the guys were in Boston to interview for a job at a station there watching the 1988 Super Bowl, the one played here in San Diego on the tube in the hotel room. The next day, a corporate headhunter from Y95 came to their hotel and asked them, how'd you like to come to San Diego? A corporate headhunter? We've never been approached by one of those.
No. A corporate headhunter usually wants you to run the company.
Yeah, well, maybe that's what they approached them on. You couldn't possibly want them to do radio. So, when I go into a new market, I ask for an overview of the radio market to find out who our competition is. So This is what they sent me. Jeff and Jer are currently San Diego's favorite morning show. Consistently the top of the ratings. They broadcast on Q106. It's a very boring, contemporary hits radio station. Their approach is very female-oriented, very safe, very friendly. They do lots of zany, kooky bits with their listeners live on the air. A lot of them center around those zany, kooky differences between men and women.
Ooh.
The zany and kooky phone dating, etc. Sounds like they just do our show.
But zany and kooky.
Yeah, but they zany and kooky it.
They added that zany, kooky element.
Jeff and Jer must think that they are very funny because they're always laughing at all the zany and kooky things they do. Well, they sound like they're in love with each other.
Sounds like the reporter's in love with them, too.
Yeah. Because here's Jeff and Jer talking about the first time they ended up at Pacific Terrace, which is a hotel in San Diego.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a beautiful hotel. And the first day they were in town, Jerry says to Jeff, yes, I think I'm in love with you, Jeff. No, Jer said to me, I met the woman I'm going to marry. Oh, I see. These two guys are like, they love each other. And they assess each other beautifully. Here's Jerry talking about Jeff.
Okay.
He has the biggest heart of anyone I've ever met in my life. He's my hero. He's just a big, nice guy. BNG. What the hell? If we can't beat these guys, we just suck.
Fold up our tents and go home.
He's gotten a lot better. I can let him go out by himself now. He likes simple stuff, long walks on the beach. He has a strong faith, which is, as you know, I don't know.
What, do they live together?
I don't know. No, they're married. I mean, they're not gay, but they sound it. Here's Jeff on Jer. He's like a total Renaissance man. He's the most eclectic person you'll meet. To his wife, he's probably the most romantic person and probably the best lover. I've never been his lover, but from what I've heard, I bet he is the best lover. Maybe they're saying this sarcastically. I hope.
Maybe these are jokes. These are zany and kooky jokes.
Maybe these guys might as well marry each other. He has the tightest sphincter. Oh, whoa. Cut that out of the article, quick. Jeff and Jer are also famous for doing big promotional events. They had thousands of their listeners create a human American flag during the Gulf War. And then created a human lightning bolt prior to the Chargers' appearance in the Super Bowl. Well, that's right, San Diego. Team I lost money on. Freaks. Couldn't even beat the point spread. Dickheads. San Diego. I lost about 800 on that.
Yeah, you lost a bundle.
Yeah. And a good friend of mine had to dress up in a dress. Anyway, so in other words, I guess they get into whatever the big thing in town is, you know.
Mm-hmm.
They're big San Diego Chargers fans.
Oh, yeah, making it very local, you know, like, hey, we're with the home team and the whole thing.
Yeah, great. So in other words, they get lots of press by asking their listeners to join them in a parking lot, standing around creating zany and kooky shapes.
It's like synchronized swimming without water.
Yeah, all their listeners get together and do zany and kooky flag events so that Jeff and Jared can get big time announcements in the newspaper. Big articles written about him.
He's a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
He doesn't explain why he's a Renaissance man. I would like to know.
Radio really attracts them.
Why don't we do something like that? Why don't we just make a giant flag and get ourselves in the newspaper?
Unfortunately, we're trying to stay out of the newspaper.
Because every time we get in, it's brutal.
You know they put a bad face on it.
The other show in town is Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw.
Hey.
All right. Evidently, they were at a station called KGB, which I think is the KGB chicken or something, where they were known as the Dawn Patrol. They moved to Rock 102 last summer. Rock 102 is a hard rock station. Plays lots of big hair bands. And a major sore point for these guys is their signal. They have a crummy signal, evidently. At any rate, Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw are kind of an old-fashioned morning show. They do lots of characters and have a guy in the studio who plays the drums. Gee, I think I was doing that in 1980.
And you didn't have to have any guy.
Yeah, I played it myself.
They got a specialist on the drums.
Yeah, they have Buddy Rich's ghost sitting there, like Topper. They have a guy who plays the drums, constantly hitting the rim shot when somebody says something funny, so he does about one rim shot a day. Way too many rim shots, you know. Doing rim shots when nothing funny is being said. That's when you have a drum. I realize you hit the drum when you don't have anything funny to say.
You're trying to make it funny.
Right. That's when I dumped my drum in 1980. Dave is the anchor, and he comes across as the guy who thinks he's the leader of the show. However, Cookie Chainsaw Randolph is the real star. He does a bunch of characters, including the patented Don Knotts as Barney the Deputy, and a gay Hollywood reporter and others.
Oh, boy.
I
think we're spread all over the dial there.
Hey, Barney.
Yep.
Hey, wait a second. We know how to combat this. Hey, Barney.
Yes, this is my patented Barney character.
Hey, so when's the last time you had sex with Opie?
Opie, oh, that cutie. Opie, man, I'm gay, too.
Is that right? You're gay for Opie?
Yeah, love Opie.
And Floyd the Barber?
Yeah, love Floyd, yeah.
Hey, I think we're already number one in San Diego.
Yeah.
We do all this stuff.
Yeah, we do this stuff. We can do it better.
That guy's a refugee from the Rick D show or something.
Yeah, the guy who did Barney was on the Rick D show, and I think maybe he's on Tough Times. Oh, I got a great article on Rick D's.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Oh, my wife cut it out of Radio and Records. It's the funniest thing.
What is Rick up to?
I got to bring it in tomorrow. I don't think I brought it in, but Rick talks about his show preparation, and evidently, in order to prepare for the Rick D show, he has to, when he's in his car alone driving, he practices being on the radio and practices interviewing people.
Wait a minute. Like while he's driving, his lips are moving?
Yeah. He says, a lot of times people think I'm singing to the radio, but what I'm doing is practicing my interview techniques.
That's a Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Does he have, particular people in mind that he's interviewing, or is there just one set Rick D's interview?
I got to read this to you. You're asking too many questions. I got to have the article.
I love this. I'm all ears.
Yeah. It's really funny.
I want to know how to do radio.
Allison reads Radio and Records. I refuse to read it. We have a subscription to Radio and Records, which is an industry trade paper. It comes to my house, and I stopped reading it years ago because it used to bum me out about what I do for a living. Because I'd read articles by morons like Rick Dees and sit there and go, oh, Christ, that's what I'm doing for a living? Some idiots driving around in his car practicing interviewing people alone? And I wonder, is he like both people?
Yeah, does he get answers?
I don't know. I feel sorry for his car. So I used to bum out reading it and just reading people's comments on me, and I just couldn't handle it. So my wife now opens it, reads it, and cuts out anything relevant.
I see.
I have to be insulated because I can't handle it. I can't. Rick Dees is dumber than any person on the planet. You'll read this interview, I'll read it to you, and you will say he's the stupidest. He's stupider than Tom Chiusano and Tim Sabian put together. And believe me, they're plenty stupid.
He's too stupid to be listened to.
He's even stupider than Ken Stevens.
Is he stupider than that Mike Glickenhaus, though?
Oh, in San Diego, the general manager there? Yeah. He's stupider than that. Okay, they do Don Knotts. So just be Don Knotts all morning, okay? Be Barney.
Yeah, okay. Penis away. Nip it in the bud, just nip it.
Super.
Yeah.
You're funny.
Yeah, thanks.
No, you're Barney. So stupid.
Drops right out of character.
Yeah, right out of character. Susan, just do it.
All right.
Oh, he doesn't like that?
Yeah, well, you should not judge what's funny.
Okay, all right. Floyd shaved my ass for me, okay?
They also do a gay Hollywood reporter character. I think that's me and Fred doing
Out of the Closet
Stern and Mr. Blacksville. Phooey. These characters have been done in this town for years. Meanwhile, Shelley does the news and otherwise contributes nothing but a laugh here and there. Oh, Dave, or oh, chainsaw are her two favorite lines. Oh, Dave, oh, chainsaw, chainsaw.
You got to owe both of them. At least I only have to owe one person.
Yeah.
Isn't any clue how he got that nickname?
Who, chainsaw? I guess his rapid wit. Chainsaw wit.
Oh, yeah, he's cutting, biting.
Yeah, he's cutting through all of the hypocrisy in our country and
slicing right through.
Slicing right through. Chainsaw and Dave. Let's break up that team so that one day Shelley has to write a book about what annoying pests Chainsaw and Dave really were. Let's break them up. So Shelley comes on the air with us and tells us all the annoying stories about Chainsaw and Dave.
I love chainsaws, and I love enemas from Otis.
There you go. Already we have half their show over here. Poor San Diego. Chainsaw and Dave and Jim and Jer.
They've been suffering.
In Detroit, there was a Jim and Jer. I wonder if that's the same Jer. Jim and Jer.
Are you thinking he dropped Jim and took up with Jeff?
He might have. That's totally possible. Jeff and Jer could be holdover. I think, as a matter of fact, I think that's right. Because I remember Jer went to Chicago and dumped Jeff or Jim.
Jim.
Yeah. He must have picked up Jeff over in Chicago. Jeff and Jer. Jeff and Jer with you?
Unlikely radio story.
Two nice guys, we don't get too offensive,
We love each other.
Yeah, we love each other, we love our show. And
Jerry's just a big, nice guy.
Yeah, let's hope they die.
BNG.
Let's hope they get there. BNG, big, nice guy. Let's hope they die in a plane crash. Let's hope they die in a car crash today.
And Jeff is a renaissance man.
Yeah, he's a renaissance man.
Stays up half the night writing a top 10 list.
Yeah, working on his bits.
Yeah.
Renaissance.
Yeah. New creative ways to give the time and the weather.
They're just zany and kooky.
Kooks.
Why don't they call themselves zany and kooky? Hi, Zany with you. I'm kooky.
Kooky noises. Dickwads. Total dicks. All of San Diego. We should be number one already. We should be number one in a day in San Diego.
Oh, I'm sure we are.
We have to be. So I'm watching this movie on TV because I basically have no life and I don't leave the house. So I'm watching a Jean-Claude Van Damme movie where he plays twins.
Did I see that one?
But they had this scene where...
Wait a minute, wasn't that a time travel movie? No?
No.
He was twins.
That was Monty Python. Anyway, they had a scene in the movie that reminded me of a scene that I've seen in a million movies. And I know Roger Ebert wrote a whole book about this, but the scene where the big mob boss is having a meeting with all of the other mob chieftains.
Right.
And he sits at the front of the table.
And says, we're going to be a syndicate.
He says, no, we're a syndicate, we stick together, but there's a problem. Someone has been stealing from us. And then all of a sudden, some henchman comes around and kills that guy at the table.
Oh, the scene from The Untouchables.
Right, but like I'm watching, I've seen that scene in a million movies.
Right.
Did you watch Baywatch last night?
No, I don't watch Baywatch.
You should have watched Baywatch. Unbelievable. Hey, where's the tape of Baywatch? I think I brought it in. I told Ralph to bring it in.
I try to watch Baywatch, but I tuned in, and one girl in a bathing suit was sitting on the floor, and another girl in a bathing suit was saying that she, had it. And I said, I can't watch this.
No. Yeah, you missed the main plot.
What?
David Hasselhoff is on a boat and has to defuse a bomb. Okay? Listen to this. This guy's a lifeguard.
See, this is better to me than watching the show. Just hearing about the plots of Baywatch.
You just like me to describe them to you.
Absolutely. This is my favorite part of Baywatch.
Did you watch it?
No, but it's the busiest.
Did you watch it, Barney?
It's the busiest beach in the world.
It is the busiest beach.
What's this bomb doing at the beach?
Saturday Night Live did a sketch about Baywatch, and they ruined it. It sucked. It was with Bob Newhart, and it just was really awful. But this is what they should have done. It was, okay, David Hasselhoff, I tuned in halfway through, so I don't know exactly what was happening, but I saw on TV Guide that David Hasselhoff was going to disassemble a bomb.
So you had to tune
So I had to tune in real quick, and I was like, oh, damn, I missed it. This guy's a lifeguard. This guy's a loser lifeguard. He's way too old to be a lifeguard.
He's a 100-year-old lifeguard.
Yeah, he should be a guy who found something else, whether it's sales or something. Yeah, anything.
Yeah, it's time to be an adult and get a grown-up job.
Right, but he's still hanging out at the beach. And this is a guy who apparently, as a lifeguard, is a genius. Because not only has he done open-heart surgery on people from week to week, there's one episode, you saw this episode.
No, you told me about it.
Oh. One episode I tuned in, and this guy gets shot. He's got like 2 or 3 bullets in him. And David Hasselhoff only has his first aid kit, and he has to remove the bullets and operate on him.
Mm-hmm.
Because, they're going to kill him. They're too close to the guy's heart.
Right. Well, what happened was, because I remember all these plots, you tell me the guy had been kidnapped, and the kidnappers they accidentally got the guy shot as they were kidnapping him, and he couldn't die, so they got David Hasselhoff
to
do the
operate.
operation.
He did a full operation.
You grabbed the lifeguard to save the guy's life.
And the only thing he had to operate with was a towel.
Didn't you tell me that all of a sudden he had a whole operating room in the trunk of his car?
Well, he had to run out to the car, and they told him to hurry because they had to pull away. But he ran out to the car, and all of a sudden he took like a makeshift battery and had that thing, and he hooked it up, and all of a sudden he had a heart monitor machine in the trunk of his car. He had like a whole bunch of junk, and all of a sudden he turned it into a makeshift hospital.
Right. I thought that was hysterical.
Yeah, he actually had like a rusty pop top bottle that he just used as a.
And didn't he use a pencil?
Yeah, he poked out the bullets with a pencil. He was like, and the girl criminal was his nurse. She had to act as his nurse, and she's holding a gun to his head, and he's sweating.
Did she dab him with the sweat?
She dabbed him, and she also held the gun on him, and also when he'd ask for pencil, she'd have to hand him a pencil. The writers have to be on acid. I'd love to sit in on a writing meeting.
They must be smoking something.
Yeah, we should go out there and hang out with them. So last night, I tuned in, and there was a bomb, and the bomb had about 3 minutes left on it. And Mitch, who is David Hasselhoff.
I never even knew his name. It's Mitch?
It's Mitch. He's sitting there, and he's sweating because he's with this really hot chick, one of the other lifeguards, and she's flipping out because the bomb's going to go off. And the 2 idiots don't jump off the boat. They got to defuse the bomb.
Right.
So all of a sudden, Mitch puts his hand and he goes, oh, my God, this is no ordinary bomb. He goes, there's a detonation device attached to this that I have to first defuse.
So now he's a bomb expert.
Yeah, he is a bomb expert. How he knew, and they explain it away in a sentence. It's like, oh, how do you know all that? Well, in the Army or something,
Where did he learn to do surgery?
I don't know. In the same Army.
They say be all you can be.
He did say he never had done surgery before, but he kind of had the basic
he had
knowledge.
Seen it. He had seen somebody else do it.
He'd seen Mr. Rogers do it. So anyway, he's got this bomb now, and he's crouched over, and there's the obligatory blue wire, yellow wire, red wire.
Yeah.
All right, there's 3 wires. And whichever one he cuts, he could blow them all to smithereens.
That's right, if he gets the wrong one.
And he does them out of sequence. So the thing is clicking down, and he's sweating bullets. And now he's just got to do a Hail Mary and cut wires based on his knowledge of bombs.
Yes, he's taking the most educated guess he can.
So there's like 19 wires there, but he picks out 3 of them, and he cuts those 3. And sure enough, the bomb is now able to get away from its detonation device. He takes it throws it up into the air, and it explodes, and he saves everybody.
How can he throw it so far up in the air it would have no effect?
You didn't watch the show.
He's Superman.
Right.
Super lifeguard.
Yep.
See, I can't get through the girl talk to see what the plot is every week. They always kill me with, those silly girls.
Yeah.
Having their, I can't take it anymore.
Well,
I'm leaving.
That's the part I like.
Conversation.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at this girl, and they're shooting her from this angle. All you see is breast.
Right. And you say that like it's a bad thing. Anyway, Baywatch was real good this week. That was drama.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. No, I like hearing about Baywatch more than watching it.
Dweezil Zappa said the best one, I still haven't seen this one, is where David Hasselhoff turns himself into a human tunneling machine and actually tunnels through the sand with his head so he can get into a cave.
Yeah, he was swimming through the sand.
Yeah. like a motorized top on his head. I swear I haven't seen that one, but he says it's the best one ever.
Yeah, he claims that episode exists.
Hey, the San Diego line is ringing. Should I pick it up?
All right. Let's see what's happening.
San Diego. Oops. Maybe not. I'm watching TV this weekend, and Newt Gingrich has a press secretary. What do you think of that? I mean...
Well, if he's the president now, shouldn't he have a press secretary?
Talk about bloat in the government. What, congressmen have to have press secretaries? Man, imagine what they have to pay him. He has his own private press secretary.
Well, this is the guy who's been talking about cutting waste.
There's a good place to start.
From the government. Remember his contract with America.
Yeah. I'd like to see the contract with his press secretary.
You know what? He probably fired 15 low-level people so he could have that press secretary.
Well, the press secretary is a real bright guy who had worked in the Reagan administration, had done a whole... I mean, the guy must not be a cheap guy.
Oh, yeah. He costs a lot of money.
Yeah.
That's why I'm saying all those people who lost their jobs was to support that one.
And talk about ingrades. This Adam Sandler put out a movie, which I understand is the world's worst.
Madison, but it was #1 at the box office this weekend.
Yeah. Well, that's because, I was talking to Dr. Lou. He went to see it.
Uh-huh.
There was no movie to take his kid to. They had seen everything already.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. It was a big hole in the market. There was nothing for kids to go to.
So he took his daughter to see Billy Madison, and he said, it was insufferable. I mean, sitting through it was so bad. But the kids liked it. The kids dig it. So
how
what are you
old
going to do?
Are his children?
Just he has a little, like Mark is like 5 or something.
Oh, okay.
So, they like seeing some...
Anything that's moving.
Yeah, the screen's moving. They're happy, and he's happy. So what is he going to do?
Kids quiet.
Yeah.
It hurt me to see that it was #1.
Yeah, so anyway, they're interviewing him. Now listen to this guy. Adam Sandler is one of these guys on Saturday Night Live who...
owes his life to Saturday Night Live.
Right. So they're interviewing him, and he goes, quote, "The writing sucks this season on Saturday Night Live," says cast member Adam Sandler, and he adds that if it doesn't improve, the troupe may bolt. I don't know what troupe he's talking about. This is a guy who's single-handedly been there for all the bad years of Saturday Night Live. Why doesn't he write something funny?
He just noticed that the writing has gotten bad.
Yeah, what's weird is, now the guy's got a movie thing happening, so he's going to leave and he's going to badmouth the people. I'm no fan of Saturday Night Live, but now you're going to badmouth them and say they suck?
Yeah.
They put you on the map and you suck. If the show comes back next year, it better be a lot funnier, or you'll see the entire cast go Hollywood. What? Sandler said. What cast? Everybody hates that cast. Now he's going to Hollywood, and he's going to... Now he's blaming everybody for the bad season. Isn't he one of the guys on the show?
Oh, yeah.
So can't he sit down and write a few funny jokes?
Apparently not.
Yeah. And now he's going to badmouth everyone who stays and ruin it for everyone else. Who's he, Belushi?
Yeah, I don't think those writers are getting movie deals and making all that money.
Sandler is now starring in the film Billy Madison, which opened #1 at the box office over the weekend. There's got to be a quick drop-off on that one.
Well, it's funny because...
Chevy Chase, 1995, Adam Sandler, critiquing the writing staff of Saturday Night Live. What a human being.
Tom saw that movie, said it's the worst movie he's ever seen, but even...
They got a half a star in Newsday.
Yeah, so they called him Saturday Night Live's useless Adam Sandler. That's how they describe him.
I know. And now he's critiquing other people's abilities.
I've been hearing from people who hang around the set that he's gotten way out of control in the last year.
Yeah, well, I'm so sick of. He's like the cute guy on Saturday Night Live, and I don't see him being cute.
He's got like one sort of bit.
A baby voice.
Yes.
And he sings those bad song parodies.
Right.
He sucks. And he's saying that drives me crazy when a guy who sucks is saying that everyone else on the show sucks. He's trying to pass the buck. A dick.
Yeah, I'm funny. They suck.
Yeah. Well, he was in Airheads. That really took off.
But
yeah, that was great.
Yeah.
Who writes Opera Man? Him or...
He does.
So then write some more funny ones.
Yeah, so write something funny.
Well, I wish you'd write one funny opera man. What are you talking about?
I always feel stupid for not thinking that's funny.
They really need their ass kicked. Saturday Night Live.
It was really sad. I tuned in for 1 second of Saturday Night Live, and they were doing a Ricky Lake takeoff.
Yeah.
And even that sucked.
Yeah. They did a Baywatch
takeoff.
takeoff.
It's a perfect thing to parody. And it sucked.
And who are the idiots, as long as we're on a roll, who are the idiots who went to go see Jim Baker preach again? 1,500 people showed up to go see Jim Baker preach.
Who they were.
Who were they?
The same people who used to listen to him.
Oh, Jackie's family?
All those people who bought time shares at that Heritage USA.
All the geniuses. Here was the scam. Jim Baker, it wasn't hardly a scam. Jim Baker goes on TV and says, all right, send me $1,000, and every year for the rest of your life, you can come to Heritage USA for a 3-day condo weekend. $1,000. And they were like, wow, that's a good deal. $1,000, I get 3 free days at Heritage USA.
I have my own place.
Yeah, there's no Heritage USA. There's no buildings. There's nothing.
There's nothing there.
There's nothing there. And they figured out that Jim Baker is such a genius that for $1,000, just for $1,000, one-shot deal. That's like Vic Tanny, you know.
The rest of your life.
Yeah, join once and then that's it, you know. Isn't Vic Tanny out of business?
Yeah.
Yeah. Remember Vic Tanny? The deal was, there was a gym, and you joined for like, $100.
Lifetime membership.
Lifetime membership. A business that thrives on getting suckers to keep coming and coming and coming, even though they never use it.
You pay once, come forever.
Right. Jim Baker, same thing. $1,000. He goes, man, I must have the stupidest fans. I have the biggest rubes. I'm going to tell them, and they had a big meeting probably over there, and he said, listen, I'm just going to tell them $1,000. They can stay there for the rest of their lives, 3 days every year. It's a timeshare. And everyone probably said, Jim, you stupid putz. No one will send you $1,000. And lo and behold, they got like millions of dollars. An avalanche. Well, that's a good deal. Well, golly.
I need a nice family place to take my kids.
Yeah, somewhere wholesome. Something boring.
Not that evil Disney World.
Right. Where they got that perverted Mickey Mouse and Walt Disney on Ice.
And that devil duck.
Right. That Jew duck. That duck who don't pray to Jesus.
That Semitic duck.
Right. That duck with the big nose. Jim Baker preaches again. He said, it's the first time I've been back to preach from this pulpit.
And it feels good.
No, I'm scared to death right now.
Sure.
He should be. Those people should have been throwing knives at him.
Are they armed?
Amnesia.
1,500 people at the memorial service.
Yeah, some guy died.
Yeah, Uncle Henry, one of the PTL Club founding members.
Right, one of that gang.
Yeah. I thought the 1,500 people there to lynch him.
That guy who died was one of Jim Baker's sidekicks on the show.
But yesterday it was almost as if he'd never left his pulpit. The crowd gave Baker 2 standing ovations as the preacher waved and blew kisses from the stage.
Well, he did the same thing that all those other ministers do. He got up and said, I have learned from my mistakes.
Boom, let's get back to business. Audience shouts of "We love you, Jim," and "Welcome back" began the 90-minute presentation as Baker gave glimpses of prison life.
We love you. Tell us some more sugar-coated lies.
Make our lives better.
We love you. Welcome back, Jim.
Yeah.
I believe that he has changed because of his experiences.
Well, that's what he said. He says, I almost wore my prison khakis because I'm so much more comfortable in those than in these suits that I'm wearing today.
You see, he is a humble man.
Got lots of money for you.
He said, my best friends are felons. Oh.
That's true.
Right.
Tell us some prison romance stories.
Hey, you can't tell me he got out of there unscathed.
Yeah, what about your girlfriend, Jim? Tell us about that guy you were dating in prison.
Prison.
Well, he said when Tammy Faye said that she was leaving him, it was like a meat hook deep in his heart.
All right.
I couldn't eat for days. But don't feel sorry for me. Nobody put me in prison. God did that to get my attention. See?
Right, of course.
All right.
Is your ass sore from jail? Here's $50.
All right, we got to take a break. We'll do some news because we got that press conference at 10, so
okay.
We're going to want to get that going. We'll be back right after.
Let's return to the Howard Stern Show.
There's already mass confusion in San Diego about our phone number because they have a number. It's 1-800 Stern 91X, except it's Stern with no E, STRN.
Oh.
So I guess people don't know where to call, but that's typical of radio stations. They got to get that 91X thing in. You know what I mean?
Those call letters.
They got to get that in at all costs.
So fearful you might not know who they are and fail to remember.
Yeah, because you're morons.
It's got to be in everything.
I'll yell at the general manager at the press conference. That'll make for some fun. But the number is working now, I believe. Spot check. Hello?
Yeah, I want to talk to Howard.
Yeah, you're on the air.
Howard, you stink, man.
I what?
You stink.
Oh, good. Here's a guy. Here's what I told you.
See?
We'll go through. Yeah, I stink?
You do, Howard. I want to start listening to Easy Listening now.
Well, go listen. You'll be back.
No, I won't.
Yeah, I know. We're probably getting tons of calls that we suck, but that happens everywhere we go.
Enough to admit
Robin,
when he comes back.
Robin should be the host.
Oh, okay. All right.
You know, Howard, you don't show enough nudity on E.
Oh, it's a fan.
You know, you guys...
Oh, this guy's a dick. Don't show enough nudity on E. You know, that'll happen sometime soon.
Knows all about it.
Yeah. Lee Masters, the guy who runs the E network, is like, I don't want spanking on my network.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's the other thing. I was yelling at him. You're going, shut up, Lee.
What has he got against spanking?
I don't know. I'm getting fed up with him.
How cold have you made the studio? Are you comfortable now?
Now I'm comfortable, yeah.
Because now I'm going to have to go put on gloves.
Can I tell you? You know, sometimes you have to sacrifice for the man you love.
Haven't I done enough? I gave you the best years of my life.
Who do you think is smarter, Lee Masters or Tim Sabian?
Oh,
boy. I think Lee is smarter than Tim. I think Tim is the stupidest guy on the planet. And Lee's somewhere above
I
that.
really don't know Lee at all, so it would be
all right, so
unfair for me to judge.
All right, so then that's not a fair question. Here's my order. I think Tim Sabian is the stupidest guy on the planet.
Okay.
Ken Stevens is the next stupidest.
Well, I got to ask you something.
And then Tom Chiusano is the next stupidest after that.
In order to determine what you really mean, I have to understand, are you talking the stupidest among normal people?
No, mongoloids, everybody. Right.
Just of everybody, every stupid person.
No, it's Tim, then Ken, then a mongoloid, and then Tom.
Ah.
All right? That's what I meant to say. Just to clarify, in case everyone's keeping track at home. I hate doing this show. I hate being here. Tom, fire me now for saying that. Shouldn't there be rules on this show that you can't say that about your boss? Nobody fires me. There's no fireable offense. I should just say the F word and be done with it.
Oh. Well, they've always accused you of saying it anyway.
Right. I've had enough of this, waking up at 4 in the morning. I'm looking to do something new.
I read about you saying that word all the time.
Yeah. I don't know what you're reading.
The obscene DJ? You've never read that?
By the way, Friday night's E-show, very exciting when Ralph dressed up as a woman. I understand it was the funniest one we've done yet.
I missed it. I completely zoned out. I forgot to tape.
Then you missed fun.
Oh.
Too bad.
Is it going to be rebroadcast?
No. That's it. You missed it. Robin, let's do a little news before the press
Ralph
conference.
has a copy. I can get it from him.
Oh, yeah. Dominic has when he watched it 5 times. Anyway, go ahead. Let's do some news.
O.J. Simpson returned to his Rockingham estate yesterday.
What a douche.
They had field trips all weekend for the jury.
You know, you see that estate and you go, what was on this guy's mind killing those 2 people?
Well, don't you think that the jury will look at this and they'll say, no way could he have done this crime. Look at how he was living. This guy was not an angry guy.
possible? I mean, if you're feeling angry, go out and play some tennis on that beautiful tennis court.
Or, you know, bring your children over and play on their playground.
The Rocks in His Head estate, I call it. Not Rockingham. Rocks in His Head estate.
It was interesting because, in general, you know, like when they transport O.J. to and from jail, he's manacled.
Yeah.
But they had him walking around like J.Q. Citizen at the time they visited the estate. So he was just casually dressed in some kind of gray suit, walking around talking animatedly to his lawyers, you know, around his estate. You know.
He was showing off the house.
And they said that there was an effort to make the house look lived in.
Yeah.
It was very warm, flowers, a Bible on the table.
No.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I saw Judge Ito outside of his black robe. He was wearing a suit.
Yes, the judge as a person. You could see his legs.
Good to see him relaxed. Usually he has his hands buried under that robe.
So I thought it was rather interesting that, you know, when they went to Nicole's house, it was all closed up and dead. And then OJ's was full of life.
Right.
And the Bible sitting there on the table.
Bible, so OJ can pray.
They also stood around right between the tennis court and overlooking the playground for the kids, where Judge Ito decided to hold an impromptu court session. I guess the lawyers wanted to discuss something, so they all of a sudden convened court right there on O.J.'s grounds.
This is so much fun. I'm sure regular court cases are not like this.
Absolutely not. They say most often the jury doesn't get to go to the scene of the crime because it costs a lot of money to do this.
This is a whole party going on.
And in general, the person on trial decides not to go on tours like this because he would have to go in manacles and he'd look like a criminal while he was walking around outside. But not O.J.
Right. O.J. was unmanacled, so maybe if he gets real angry, he could kill the jury. Well, I think O.J.'s feeling pretty confident. He's got like 500 black people on the jury. There should be no problem. I'm pretty sure he's gonna walk.
Well, I don't know what these people will do. I don't like to second guess, but all 21 of them were there walking around this huge mansion.
Now there's 21?
There's always 21.
21 jurors?
With all the alternates and the regular jury, sure.
Jesus. What happened to 12?
Well, you have to have alternates in case those 12 have something happen to them. You don't want to have to start the trial all over again, so they have an inordinately high number of alternates just so that that doesn't happen. They've already had to replace 3 of the jurors, so...
God knows what it costs to house all those people and feed them for all those months. And
I also saw in the paper today that Roger Williams, the pianist, is going to do a concert for the jurors. So it's fun to be on this.
Why don't we do something for the jurors?
I hired Roger Williams for your entertainment. But you are not to discuss what you heard.
I have a special announcement to make to the members of the jury. You've been sequestered for a long time, and we've arranged for some musical entertainment. Very beautiful sounds of... What's his name?
Roger Williams.
Roger Williams.
He's here to play for you.
And some Chinese acrobats will perform high above head.
Cirque du Soleil, ladies and gentlemen.
These Chinamen are relatives of mine.
Contortionist and acrobat.
Cirque du Soleil.
Kabuki dancing. Kabuki.
We have the great kabuki artist. It's an all-male troupe. They play all the parts, male and female. But yeah, they're getting entertained. They're having nice meals and going on field trips to states.
Next weekend, we'll be featuring the comedy of Bobby Slayton. I got him real cheap, almost free, so it won't be costing the taxpayers a lot of money.
He's decided to donate his time.
Donate? This is what he charges, evidently. Evidently things are not going that great for him. He's no Adam Sandler.
They've taken another poll, and they say among blacks, 68% say O.J. is innocent.
Is that right?
Yes, I had a Haitian cab driver this weekend tell you, as a matter of fact.
Great.
He looked at me in the rearview mirror, and he said, "Are you Robin?" And I said, "Yes." And he said, "You tell Howard." Now, I got the guy turning around. We're supposed to be driving.
Yeah.
Now he's turning around, putting his elbow through that little partition so he can get my full attention to tell me that he had a dream. And in his dream...
He went back to Haiti and we were rid of him in this country.
In his dream, O.J. was innocent. It was 2 Hispanic guys who killed Nicole and Ron Goldman.
So therefore he knows?
Yes.
Oh, that's proof to him.
Absolutely.
Oh, I see.
He says, I had the dream twice, not once.
Did he dream how O.J.'s blood got at the scene?
I didn't ask any questions. You
Why don't you get that guy in here? I'll talk to him.
I was afraid to ask any questions. The guy said he had the dream twice, and if I didn't believe him, I could talk to his wife because he woke her up.
Oh.
To tell her.
And by the way, that very logic is the same that the jurors will use when they don't convict O.J., the murderer.
So there you have it. O.J. is not guilty.
Yeah. yeah, well, but don't you understand? That's who's sitting on the jury. What do you think? There's geniuses on that jury?
The dream.
These are people who are not used to, actually having to make a decision so that we can keep justice.
Based on the facts.
Yeah, we're going to end up like a third world nation like Haiti. We're going to end up like Haiti. We can't even do the simplest tasks for ourselves.
Emotional little children.
Yeah, we're going to be emotional little babies. I had a dream. And the dream told me.
You tell Howard. He don't know what he's talking about.
Right, man. Man, we had a dream to speak. They got them. I'm telling you.
Twice I had this dream.
Twice
I had this dream.
And he told me that O.J. would get off and the Hispanic men would be caught. And one of them weighs over 200 pounds.
Oh. No kidding.
Yes, he had a description and everything.
Spanish, over 200 pounds.
Yeah.
That's Frank Flores.
I thought it was quite interesting, so I said I'd pass that information along to you. So stop screaming about O.J. being guilty. He's not.
Pass it. Pass it to Howard.
Pass the story. He is innocent. And isn't that great? I'm not even embarrassed to tell you that he had a dream.
Absolutely not. Because it's based on my dream.
We have to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1. The Eagle. This weekend at Howard, Harley's, and Pure Rock. 97.1. The Eagle.
I'm in the foulest mood of the planet.
Once again, Howard Stern.
Damn, I'm not going to sit here and wait. Get on. I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. What am I, a garbage man? I'm a professional.
What am I, a Haitian cab driver?
I have complaining to do. Did you see Judge Ito walking around that house? Mm-hmm. With the big entourage and the sunglasses? He looked like Elvis.
Yeah.
Judge Aaron Elvis Ito.
Where's Sonny in red?
Plesley.
My posse.
He looked like the new Elvis, Japanese Elvis. Plesley. Running around with his shades. It was like little kids on a field trip.
Absolutely. They came in a couple of vans. They had a good time. They think they want to go back at night now.
Oh, get out. Do they really?
Yeah, well, Marcia Clark would like to do that.
Oh, sure. Yeah, we'll waste more taxpayers. But this guy's guilty. How many times you got to look at his house?
Why don't we just have the trial there?
Yeah. Get out of the courtroom, the big smelly courtroom alone. There goes my Sony computer. Notice he could function without a computer yesterday. How come? You know he could function. You know what? That whole courtroom could function without that computer.
And you know all that stuff was just put in. I was looking at it the other day. All the wires are laying all over the floor.
Yeah, they just threw that all in. Although I see Judge Ito is using an IBM ThinkPad,
yeah,
which I totally recommend because I use one.
But he wasn't using that when he started out.
No. He had a crummy piece of Toshiba or something.
Notice that change.
Yeah. Nice to see him using a non-Japanese company.
When it looked like he was going to stay on the trial.
Right. I'll tell you, they could take out all that equipment. Just you know what they need? They need a rope around a beam and throw O.J.'s neck into it and hang him. That's what they need. That's the only piece of equipment you need.
The computer does something.
Yeah. Do they have Hangman on that computer?
I told you about that Haitian's dream. O.J.'s not guilty.
Yeah, well, let's admit that in evidence. Childlike Haitian running around in a cab, and not even embarrassed to say that to you. It's like, hey, I know the truth because I had a dream.
And the worst part is I have to get where I'm going, so I have to entertain this. Oh, really? And you had it twice.
Super.
Wow, and you told your wife. And are the Hispanic guys, are they going to get caught?
Did you see a husband for me in that dream?
Oh, man.
Yeah. full-grown man, reached adulthood, and he's still having dreams about the O.J. trial.
Probably has a rat driving you around.
Yeah, right. I smoked a lot of bones.
1,000 bones a day.
Now, you'll remember, you tell Howard.
Tell him about my dream.
Please.
Tell him he don't know what he's talking about.
I'm not supposed to shut me up.
Dream is real. Real is dream.
Yeah, can't separate dream from reality.
I had it twice.
What?
2 times.
So 2 times you smoked some dope and you went cuckoo.
Let O.J. free.
So anyway, here is Zeph Lee Bailey.
F.U. Bailey.
Giving us his impression of how this was good for the jury to come out and see the lay of the land.
Yeah. Maybe if they take them on enough field trips, they'll forget what they're there for. To convict.
I don't think anyone could say that there was any reaction. What we're banking on is that they'll understand the evidence better, having been to the places where the evidence grew out last June.
I don't see how that helps O.J., but okay.
They wanted to go. And here is Judge Ito talking to Johnny Cochran as Cochran informs the judge that O.J. does not want to go to the Bundy residence or the Bundy location, which is the scene of the crime.
At no time has Mr. Simpson ever desired to go to or be at the Bundy scene. It is painful for him, as it is for the Brown family, and accordingly, he plans to stay in the vehicle at that location.
Very painful for O.J.
He is not exercising his right or demanding to assert his right to see the same view as the jury sees during the course of their walkthrough.
No, Your Honor. He's not going to exercise his right in that regard. His counsel will do that, however.
Yeah, more TV time. Yeah,
we don't want to be off camera.
Yeah, why do we need... we don't want to certainly be off camera. Let's make that clear, Judge.
O.J. has had enough TV time, but not us.
We never get on TV without O.J.
It's true. It is Sweeps Week. We mustn't forget that.
Thank you.
I love Judge Ito. I mean, Johnny Cochran said very plainly, O.J. doesn't want to go. So what you're saying is that your client does not want to exercise his right?
Yeah. Let's say 900 more different, interesting ways. No, you schmuckness. He does not want to go. That's just what I said. What do you think I am, stupid? What, do you see a black face and right away you think we're dumb?
What, don't you speak English?
No,
I
that's
think I
not...
said it pretty plainly.
Yeah, that's not necessary.
So anyway, Judge Ito allowing O.J. to stay in the vehicle until they got to his house.
Ito has spoken.
Make it so.
Number 1.
Also in the news, witness Mary Ann Gurchis, the woman who claims she saw 4 ski hat wearing men walking in the neighborhood the night that Nicole Brown was found murdered.
Same men the Haitian saw in his dream.
She has been arrested again. This is her second arrest in 3 days. This time she's charged with lying on an application for a car loan.
Yeah, well, she can't lie compared to Tim Sabian. Tim Sabian learned to lie from her.
She's a piker compared to Tim.
Yeah, Tim can put her to shame. Right.
But this is the woman now who was arrested a few days ago and charged with bilking the Marriott Corporation of $23,000 by staying in the hotel and refusing to pay the bill or somehow not paying the bill. And now she's charged with lying to a car company on a loan application.
Yeah, but she saw 4 guys walk in and kill Nicole.
That's the absolute truth.
Yeah, she wouldn't lie about that.
Her lawyer says that the arrests are part of a campaign of intimidation. So she didn't really do these things.
Oh, I see.
They're trying to intimidate her because she's such a strong witness for O.J., I suppose.
Oh, okay. Another good one.
Yeah.
The Haitians believe that.
But the gap is closing between blacks and whites on O.J., but in the opposite direction. Blacks say 68% think that O.J. didn't do it. Whites by 61% say yes, he did.
Oh, my God. How could anybody say he didn't do it?
40% think he's innocent.
Yeah.
Man.
We got to do a survey tomorrow of black people and ask them.
Overall, 53% say O.J. is guilty. So it's getting to a 50-50 situation.
Is that people saying he's guilty or people saying that he's going to walk?
I didn't do the survey. I'm simply saying that in the Lou Harris poll, they said, is O.J. guilty? And 53% said yes.
53% overall said yes.
Yeah.
The other obvious group said no.
Right. That would be 47% said no.
I'm moving to the earthquake site in Japan. I think it's safer there. We have to take a break. We'll be back right after these words.
We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
And we're minutes away from a press conference in San Diego. We are new to San Diego this morning, even though we've been on the radio for 500 years.
There's still some place we're new.
Yeah, today someone is waking up and discovering us for the first time and retching. Some reporter somewhere is preparing an article right now about how bad we suck and how it's not going to work in San Diego.
How detestable we are.
Yeah, and there's nothing funny going on here, and we suck, and that's why we've been doing it for 500 years and been successful at it. Thanks. Thanks in advance for the bad articles. Tomorrow, by the way, on the show, I'll have that Baywatch tape and also some other stuff. So what else are we talking about in the news?
Dan Quayle has decided not to run for president, but he swears it has nothing to do with money. He really says that putting the family first is real for he and Marilyn. They're not just making slogans. It's how they live their lives.
What an imbecile. I mean, what a dopey thing to say. The guy declared for president, couldn't get any money, couldn't get anybody to donate because they all know he's going to lose. And then he turns around and says, well, I'm not going to run because of my family. Then why in the first place did you declare? You sound like a real well-thought-out guy.
What are you saying, he's a liar?
Yeah, and why would your wife now say she might be running for governor?
They don't know what to say.
He's a dick.
In a speech on Saturday for the Conservative Political Action Committee conference in Washington, he also said this.
He really is a dummy.
By making the family decision, I know that I will be a better husband and a better father.
Yeah.
And perhaps someday a better president.
That's what every guy wants to be, a better husband and father. That's such a farce when you hear a guy say that, you know what that means?
Making the family your excuse.
Yeah. No guy's desire in life is to be a better husband and father. That's you give the guy a checklist, that's the last thing on his mind.
You know what a guy thinks being a good husband is? Marrying his wife.
Right.
That's the end.
That's it.
He's the best husband possible. He married her.
Right.
Jim Baker was in the pulpit again for the first time since exiting prison. He returned to the scene of the crime, Heritage USA, to bid farewell to one of his former cohorts. Some guy who was a sidekick of his on the PTL club died, so he came back to participate in the funeral. And here's a little bit of a prayer he offered.
You know what his first words were?
What?
Hello, fools. All 1,500 of you. Here's his prayer.
Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil.
Listen to this bull.
For thou art with me.
What a dick. Another guy who's full of crap. They should lock him up for another 25 years just for showing his face in public.
A crowd of nearly 1,500 gave him 2 standing ovations and waved as he waved and blew kisses.
You know, Jessica Hahn's afraid to come out of her house today because of this. Oh, yeah.
Really?
Oh, of course. She's afraid he'll come after her again. Hey, you know she could kick his ass. That's the funny thing about it. She's built more like a guy than he is. But he should have gone to jail longer. He took advantage of those dumb-ass hillbillies that are practically not even a part of this country, at least the same country I'm a part of. Type of a-holes who hear a deal on TV. Give me $1,000 and I'll let you come to Heritage USA 3 days out of the year, every year for the rest of your life. You know how dumb you got to be to fall for that? It's like fooling the retarded. That's the worst crime you could do. Unbelievable. And he'll come back. You'll see in a big way. He's going to be a big star again. What else is in the news, Robin?
Henry Foster, the president's nominee for Surgeon General, is in more hot water because it was discovered that he also participated in sterilizing severely retarded women.
Like, that's a bad thing to do. That's a practice that was done.
It was a once-accepted practice, but now it is shunned.
Can you imagine it's shunned?
By the medical community.
That's unbelievable to me. Sterilizing a retarded person is maybe the best thing you can do for them. Who buys into this retarded people having kids? I mean, who in their right mind says that's a good thing? These are people operating on the level they can't even take care of themselves. You're going to say they should have children?
Who elected you, God? If they have reproductive capability, maybe they're supposed to use it.
No, they're not. And if their families are too retarded to tell them not to, then we better step in as the state. Who's going to take care of these kids? Imagine you're born to two retarded parents that are drooling for the rest of your life, and you're sitting there, and you're like trying to figure out what to make of the world. Oh, for God's sakes. You know, what's
Stranger
next?
things have happened.
There's two things retarded people shouldn't have. Children and bikini wax.
What?
Bikini wax.
A bikini wax?
Yeah, it makes them more attractive when they have children. Hey, Dad, imagine you're born to two retarded and you have normal intelligence. Dad, your food fell out of your mouth. Well, what's going on there?
I told you I saw some little magazine, TV magazine, do the story of a little boy who was of normal intelligence who had two retarded parents.
Yeah.
And he had to go to the supermarket with them and buy the food. He was 5.
Yeah, hey, Ma.
They needed him to do the shopping.
Ma, we're in the supermarket. How about taking that bra off your head? You know, it goes on your chest. Yeah, oh, for God's sake. You know what? I mean, you know, and people act like the guy did a few abortions. He did like 57 abortions. The guy's a gynecologist, has a 40-year career. He's done some abortions, and he sterilized a few retarded women. And suddenly, all these things that are legal are bad. You know? These are legal things to do. And people go, oh, he's a horrible man. He performs sterilization on retarded people. If you had a retarded son or daughter, and they were running around, barely able to, you know, to walk.
Willy-nilly.
And you want to make sure that your daughter doesn't get knocked up and she has some kind of miserable life. Now she's got a kid and you got to find an adoption and all this kind of stuff. That's the reality we're talking about. We're not talking about some movie that you saw on TV. And she's going to be a mom. She's not going to be a mom. Hey, Mom, what's for breakfast again? Bacon and shoes?
Chocolate.
I mean, come on, yeah. What do you want to? Yeah,
Forrest Gump had a child.
Yeah, well, they think everything's like Forrest Gump. I just put him on the bus. Yeah, no.
I'll be right here.
Yeah.
I make a good father, Jenny.
Yeah, it's all. Life is really like that, like Forrest Gump. You know why it's called the movies? Movies are the way we would like life to be. That's why we like movies. This is the way we'd like life to be. But life isn't like that. You get a retarded guy, Gump, and literally that kid ends up in the oven for dinner.
I'll just put him in front of the bus.
Yeah. This kid is naked at school. Gump. I only wish the whole world was like... In Gump, retarded people do better at business than regular people. That's a beautiful theory, and I wish it would happen.
He becomes a millionaire.
Don't write that I'm a cold-hearted guy. I wish that would happen. I wish all retarded people could become millionaires. It just doesn't work that way. And this guy, who's the nominee for Clinton, what's wrong with him? He's an OBGYN, which is a funny way of saying vagina doctor. And he's a guy who, you know, who performed abortions. That's what he's supposed to do, and he should be applauded. Abortions are the greatest thing this country has. And I don't say abortions are bad. They are good. There are so many wretches out there having babies that they can't take care of them. They have no medical insurance.
You act as if all those people are looking for abortions and couldn't get them. Unfortunately, most people who should be having abortions won't have them.
Anybody who wants an abortion should have it. I don't want people having babies they don't want. And I certainly, I don't want retarded women having babies. This poor kid. Imagine going to school. I used to feel bad for the kid in school whose mom wore white socks and she was at 500 pounds.
Yeah, or had those stockings rolled up around her knees.
Imagine mom shows up and she's now a full retarded, whatever you say. Ma, do me a favor, don't wipe with my jacket. I have to wear that.
Oh.
I mean, for God's sakes. And there's nothing wrong with being retarded. They can make potholders, and they'll go on and work in a restaurant maybe or something, or whatever, if you're marginally retarded. But don't encourage them to have babies. How are they going to take care of them?
Where's the cutoff, though? Who's
but you know what it is?
Determine what's retarded and what's not.
Show me the person, I'll tell you whether they should have a baby. All right? And the point is, there is a cutoff, and it's a very obvious cutoff. And everyone knows there's a cutoff. It's not difficult. And I know it sounds cold-hearted. Everyone says that's cold-hearted. But you know what? The guy did nothing wrong. He did nothing wrong. He did, listen, and the reality is that some person who was unfortunate and had a retarded child, and the child was completely dysfunctional, he went to this doctor and said, can you please sterilize my daughter so she doesn't have the pain of having a baby and some weird thing happens to her? And the doctor said, yes, I'll help you. And now they want to take this guy and not let him perform in public service. Can you imagine? That's an outrage. What is it, Fa-Fa-Phony? What?
That's probably a great introduction to San Diego and the San Diego press, who are eagerly awaiting you. And this is who's hosting the press conference.
Who's that? Robin Roth. I never heard of her.
That's the girl I showed you. Well, the woman I showed you.
We already have a Robin. She better change her name.
She's got a tattoo of a microphone on her arm.
Oh, her?
Yeah.
Not bad. I saw a picture of her.
Stupid is as stupid does.
So we have to interrupt the news with the press conference?
Yes.
Where we are the news.
Yeah, well, where we become the news. Well, I should make an opening statement. How many people are there?
There's about a dozen people there, including the E-crew.
Your statement in support of sterilization for the retarded wasn't your opening statement?
No. That was just the show. Did you see the articles tomorrow? This disgusting human being, Howard Stern. Like, people act like they want to pretend like that's a bad thing to say. And they all believe it, by the way. You give any one of these reporters, hey, reporters, hello? I'm hearing that. Let me tell you something. Why am I getting echo?
They have you up in the studio, obviously.
All I want to say is don't write an article saying that I am a disgusting human being because I said I believe in the sterilization of retarded people. If any one of you had retarded people as a daughter or a son, you would do the same thing. Does anybody there want to say that they wouldn't? No. That's what I thought.
Not giving him an opportunity, but...
Well, I don't hear anybody stepping up to the microphone and challenging me on that. Because people aren't honest.
I don't think I'd have my child sterilized if he was born retarded.
Oh, yes, you would.
I just don't see it.
Well, you're having a dream. You're thinking of Forrest Gump. Who am I speaking with? Hello?
Hey, Howard, it's Robin Roth.
Oh, hi, Robin. How are you?
How are you, Howard?
How are you?
Groovy, great. Excited, happy.
Yeah, we're happy, too. I'm always happy. Yes, I am. I absolutely am.
Oh, good.
Howard!
Who is that?
Howard.
Yes. Who is that?
Hi. My name is Brian. I'm actually nobody in the media industry here, but I work with Revolt and Style magazine.
Well, wait a second. Excuse me. May I address you first?
Yes, you may.
May I make an opening statement to the people of San Diego?
Please do.
Before you ask your question, you're a member of the press. Hey, is Tom Blair there?
He must be.
Is he there?
Cowering in the corner.
Well, I want to speak to him. Tell him not to go anywhere. First of all, to the people of San Diego, good morning.
Good morning.
I want to say that I am the world's most perfect entertainer. I am the funniest, I am the wittiest, I am the horniest, as a matter of fact. There will be more jokes, put-downs, girls with pierced vaginas than you can shake a stick at. Now San Diego will be complete.
Howard, I think people are nervous in the room.
Well, let them be nervous. Who are you?
I'm
That was
nobody.
the statement?
No, I'm not. No, I'm on a roll.
Oh.
I will come into your town and make a stink. My show is like a bad fart. But you will learn to love my stench, and you will come to expect it and desire it. I have 9 months left on my contract. San Diego, run your tape recorders so you'll have something to listen to remember the genius that is me. Jim and Jer, you better put down the Vaseline and get to work. We're coming at you with both barrels. And those 2 barrels are Robin's torpedoes.
Yeah.
I have more talent in my toe cheese than those 2 blights on the radio dial have in their what, Robin? Exactly. I will wipe out the competition in San Diego like the earthquakes wiped out the Japs in Japan. The competition will drop dead faster than a man with cancer.
Hey, Howard, I got a question for you.
1 second.
He's making a statement.
Who is that? Who is so rude to interrupt?
I'm sorry, Howard. Can I ask a question?
No.
This is a press conference.
Yeah, but can I do what you want to
Have
know?
you ever seen a presidential press conference? You're talking to the king of all media.
Okay.
And
I'm almost
he deserves
done.
an opportunity to make a statement before you ask questions.
Thank you, Robin. Don't be rude, please. I will answer all questions in a minute. Just eat your free bagels and shut up.
Maybe there was no food. They sound hostile.
That's right.
Oh, there's food, all right.
Oh, I'm sure there is. Anyway, I am here in San Diego. Humor, commentary, leadership. It's all right here. Crazy glue your dial to this station. Gather your family and friends and strangers. At gunpoint, if need be.
Oh.
Gather them around you and your radio and crank it loud and be proud that I am on in San Diego. I am more powerful than a Japanese earthquake. I am funnier than a Mongoloid Scrabble tournament. Wittier than Richard Lewis back when he was witty. The Howard Stern Show, me, Robin, and the rest of the a-holes are glad to be in San Diego. Now you may ask the king of all media questions, and I will answer them. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Howard. Welcome to 91X.
Thank you.
You know, Howard, you're famous for your segments with lesbians.
Well, who is this? Identify yourself, please.
I'm sorry. This is Ken Layton.
And who are you?
I'm a writer.
For who?
For a paper in North San Diego County.
And what is the name of that paper?
It's called the Times Advocate.
And is the Times Advocate a paper that people pay for, or is it
Yeah,
free?
they do.
Oh,
they pay for it.
Oh, so you're a journalist?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
More or less.
All
More
right.
or less. Okay, so anyway, getting back to the lesbians. You've proven that lesbians can make great radio. The only problem is that there already is a San Diego morning show, Dave Shelley and Chainsaw, who do lesbians. So I'm thinking that maybe it might be more fun to listen to, say, San Diego lesbians than New York lesbians. Could you please comment?
First of all, you are more annoying than any three people on the planet. That's number one. To sit and compare me to Dave, Shelley, and Chainsaw, who obviously are a poor imitation of this program, who sit there and pick and choose from the material that Howard Stern does on an every morning basis, to sit and compare me to them is an insult. Whatever they're doing, I guarantee you we do better, and I'll tell you why, because we're the originators. You can't steal somebody's personality, and that is precisely why I've come to San Diego, because of retards like Shelley and Chainsaw who sit there and do an impression of me every morning. I don't think that's right. I think I ought to get paid a gratuity for giving them material and giving them a whole career. And you know what? They're shaking in their pants this morning because for the first time in their miserable radio lives, they have to face the fact that they're going to be held up to the community as impressionists, Howard Stern impersonators.
Very good. Well put.
You're damn right it's well put.
Did you get all that down?
I mean, what do you think? Shelley and Chainsaw are such originals that they came up with this stuff on their own? When you say they do lesbians already, they do my material is what they do. They didn't have the balls. They haven't been fired from radio stations like I have. They didn't start doing this stuff 20 years ago, get fired from everywhere they went. They didn't originate any of this. They pick and choose what they like. And you know what they do? They choose the stuff that they can get away with in San Diego, that it's comfortable and safe for them. And that's no longer going to exist. Now they're going to have real competition. Now they're going to have people who they have to compete with, instead of sitting there alone on the radio dial, going around probably doing interviews with you guys, acting like they invented this stuff.
Well put, Howard. I got another question for you. Can I ask another question?
Bunch of phonies. Crankshaw and Craneshaw. What is that? Chainsaw. Piece of garbage. Chainsaw.
But that was a cute way of asking you, won't the local guys do better than you as an import?
Yeah, well, the local guys won't do better than me. Because everywhere we go, they said they were going to do better than me. Mark and Brian were going to beat me. Now they're number 20. They suck.
So, Howard, the other morning show, Jeff and Jer said that there's two cities in America where you won't work. One of them, Salt Lake City, and the other one is San Diego. What do you have to say to that?
Yeah, I think I told you. Tell them to grease up because Howard's here. Howard's got a big shaft. They're an insult because Jeff and Jer do radio that is wimpy, that is weak. It is nothing. It does nothing. It doesn't excite anyone. Those two lovebirds ought to just get off the dial. Tell them to call Mark. Tell Jeff and Jer to call Mark and Brian. Jeff and Cher.
But you know what? I can give you a list of every other market that said that. Tell them to ask Mark and Brian, Ron and Ron, John DeBella. Almost every city we went to said Howard will do great around the rest of the country except for the one we're in.
That's right.
And then they lose.
Hey, Howard?
Yes.
This is Brian with Revolt in Style again. We're going to be doing a 4-page spread on Howard Stern and.
What is Revolt?
Revolt. It's a free publication with.
Why don't you give the microphone to some people who can get me some publicity? Give the microphone to some real journalists, please.
These other ones are too scared. They're not.
No, just give please.
They're giving you a 4-page spread.
A 4-page spread in a free paper.
Howard, this is the other Robin. No, really, this paper, a lot of people.
Robin, give the microphone to journalists who have questions. Otherwise, I'm done.
Yeah, but a lot of people.
I don't want to hear about it. All right, let him ask his question real quick.
Yeah, a lot of people read this seriously. A lot of
All
people
right, go ahead, quickly.
Well,
All of a
Howard,
sudden.
not a question.
Well, just ask the question. You're droning on. Let's get to the question.
The question is, how will you end up dominating, and how soon will you end up dominating San Diego radio completely?
All right, that's a good question.
Thank you, sir.
The question, Robin, is how long will it take us to win in San Diego?
And how will you do it?
Right. Well, the way I will do it is I will mouth off. I predict we will be #1 in San Diego by the middle of next week. What do you think of that? Judging from the competition, I believe it'll take exactly 6 days. Oh, please. It's not even close. It's not even close. Chainsaw and Sally and Jeff and Cher. Jeff and Jer are 2 rejects who went to San Diego because there was nothing on the radio dial. It was the only place in the country they could go where they could get an audience. San Diego. And same with Chainsaw and whoever else. 2 wannabes. Wannabes with no style. Yes.
It's Sean Alexander with Radio and Records in Los Angeles.
Hi,
How you
Sean.
doing?
Hi, Sean.
So what do you think?
I'm worn out from this press conference already. You know why you know why I sound so defensive, Sean? It's because I am so sick and tired of bad articles that come out with like this guy. I don't know if he's there or not. This guy Tom Blair. This is how he announces me coming to San Diego. This is a guy who writes for the San Diego Union Tribune. It's not exactly a career highlight. Radio 91X won't confirm or deny the hot rumor that the sleazy shock jock Howard Stern will join the station lineup. What is this? The guy hasn't even heard me yet. He's already bad-mouthing.
Characterizing you.
So what do you think about being on your second alternative radio station, Howard?
First of all, I like alternative radio. I like it. Yes, I listen to a lot of music. This weekend alone, I was listening to several new CDs. I listened to Bush. Did you ever hear Bush?
Oh, yeah. I saw the show.
Do you like Bush?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I like Bush, too.
We know that, Howard.
Damn right I do. More than any man on this planet, I love Bush. My wife won't let me get any. That's the problem. That's the thanks I get. Anyway, I must tell you that I like alternative radio. I like new music. And I think that we are cutting edge, so therefore we should be on a cutting edge radio station.
So is this going to be a new trend for you? As far as 91X and then more stations?
No, I go wherever they want to hire us.
We'll do country.
Yeah, we don't give a rat's ass what they do the rest of the day as long as they put us on in the morning. Who cares what they play? I mean, it's nice to be on an alternative station, but I have no clue as to what impact it has on me. I'm still going to do the same show. You think I'm going to change my whole way of being because I'm on an alternative station? I'm what you call a whore. You pay, I talk. That's how it works. There's no other simpler way to put it.
Doesn't say no to anyone.
Yeah, you got the money, I'll spread my legs.
No quality control here.
Hey, and you tell Chainsaw we got Barney Fife here. We do the same tired routine he does. Here, go ahead, Barney.
All right, everybody, leave the room.
There you go. Same stupid impression.
Same old thing.
Any other questions, or is that the end of the press conference?
No, I have a question.
Thank you. Who is this?
This is Jeff Niesel. I write for the UC San Diego newspaper.
You are a college student?
Yeah. And I was wondering if you think that you have much of an appeal with college students, or if it's mostly old men who listen to your program.
Well, traditionally our audience is 18 to 24-year-olds primarily, and then, of course, 25 to 34-year-olds secondarily. So I would say that college students are probably the first people who come on board. They seem to be the most open-minded, and they seem to be the ones that are looking for change. You find that And then as time goes on, the 25 to 34-year-olds come on board.
They fall in line.
Yeah, it's a pattern that runs across the country. We first get on the first 2 weeks. Everyone calls the station and tells us that we're vomits. Then once we clear out all the yahoos, we just want to hear music in the morning. Then all of a sudden, people start coming around, and they go, I hated them at first, and then about 2 weeks later, they like us.
Now I get it.
You understand? It's the same thing, and usually it's the 18 to 20-year-olds who come on board first.
Yeah, you think women in college too, or mostly men?
No, we have a very sizable female audience, but our men, the male audience is so big that it's traditionally written about more. The fact that we have a big male audience.
Yeah.
Most morning shows, if they had as many women listening as we do, they would be thrilled and happy. But the male audience is so dominant that why is there echo going on behind me?
They have you playing in the room, don't they?
I don't know, but turn that down. I can't even stand the sound of my own voice anymore.
Who is that guy?
And face it, guys like my show more than women because on occasion it is pretty good boner material. We can get you going. I mean, we can definitely get that whole rod thing happening.
Hey now.
Hey now. Right, Robin?
I guess. That's what they tell me.
Although I haven't had a good one in a while. I'll have to do that tomorrow.
You had a fun weekend.
Anyway, yes?
Okay, this is Brian Wallace from the Palomar College Telescope.
Anybody from the
Telescope?
Anybody there from the real media?
What about the papers?
Isn't there like is there channel something news or is there anybody of importance?
Do you have TV stations in San Diego?
Let me speak to that girl Robin for 1 second.
Yeah, I'm here, Howard.
Would you describe to me who is in the room?
I can't see their name tags. But
there are no cameras?
There it is.
Are there any cameras?
Yeah, yeah, there's cameras.
Then why aren't the real journalists asking questions?
Well, these are real journalists. Don't you think?
All right, let me talk to that guy again.
Okay.
She's going to argue with me that these are real journalists. And what am I going to do with her?
If you reach number 1 in San Diego, will you be coming to town to celebrate the defeat of local DJs like you did in Los Angeles?
Yes, I will come to San Diego.
Where is the telescope?
Where is the telescope?
What is it?
What is a telescope?
It's in San Marcos, California. It's a community college.
And
Palomar College.
And what do you have, a paper?
Yes, a weekly, and it's free.
Oh, boy. All right. I won't spend too long on this answer, and I think you'll understand why.
The answer is yes.
The answer is if we do go to number 1, I will come to San Diego, and we will come and do some sort of funeral for those idiots. Thank you.
Okay, who's next?
Howard Stern. My name is Robert Spinzo, and I'm with a new national publication out of Las Vegas called Spinzo Magazine.
Oh.
And I was sent here because you promised that you would come to Las Vegas as well if you were to defeat all the local DJs there.
Yes.
And go to number 1, and you have yet to show up and do your show there. So what is happening here?
Well, that is true. I did go to number 1 in Las Vegas, and I did not show up and do a show from there. There seems to be an argument going on between the company that I work for in New York and the company that I work for in Vegas. There's a whole bunch of political wrangling going, so I have been unable to set foot in Las Vegas. But the real reason I don't go to Las Vegas, aside from that, is I hate you. You personally.
It seems to me
I don't want to
like
be in the same town with you. If you leave, I'll come.
Well, I'm in San Diego right now.
All right, then I'm flying to Las Vegas today.
Okay, thank you very much.
All right. You pay for the trip and we'll go. That seems to be the problem. No one can decide who should pay for the trip.
Hey, Howard, I got another question for you. Ken Layton again. After the latest ratings that said you slipped in L.A. from 1st to 5th place,
yes,
you told USA Today, quote, I seem to know what's interesting to my audience everywhere except L.A., where only Mexicans are listening.
That's correct.
Quote.
Right.
Howard, here in San Diego, we are very proud of our Latino connections, and some of us think that,
no, you're not.
The cheap racial slams... Well, no, wait a minute. Some of us...
What is it, Mexicans now a racial slam?
Yeah. You mean if I say Mexicans, that's a racial slam?
What do you think?
You know what it is? You are so politically correct and so brainwashed that you think if a guy on the radio says Mexicans, that's a racial slam. Mexican is...
Well, you're blaming your slide in Los Angeles to the fact
that...
No.
Let me tell you, sir, you know what I'll do? I'm going to spend 5 minutes with you correcting you, but you'll never print this anyway.
Okay.
Every year, once a year, my ratings go from number 1 to number 3, 4, or 5. Because we are on a station in Los Angeles called KLSX The Mexican station is KLAX. As soon as they switch call letters, there seems to be some sort of diary confusion. What the ratings seem to indicate, not that any other English-speaking station comes up in the ratings, but every once a year, the Mexican Spanish-speaking station steals half of my audience. Now, you tell me, do you think that's realistic? Do you think that Spanish-speaking people were listening to me and then go to the Mexican station and then come back to me, the following rating book? There seems to be a glitch between the call letters. So every year I'm embarrassed with this, and you wait and see the next rating period, we'll be back to number one. It just happens every year, and every year we deal with it. Now, by me pointing out that the Mexican station speaks Spanish, if that's a racial slur, then you ought to have your head examined.
Okay, I just think
I didn't insult the Mexicans. I didn't.
Arbitron in Spanish.
What?
I think you need to learn how to say Arbitron ratings in Spanish.
All right, thank you.
What do you do, sir? Could you come start writing for us?
You're a funny guy.
You're very funny.
You're welcome.
I tell you, this is some press conference. And then you know what? That answer, they'll never do anything with it.
Of course
you
not.
tell them that answer, and they oh, okay.
Nobody's stepping forward.
All right. Well, this has been real fun.
Did you want to ask something?
I have no
Okay,
question.
we have a beautiful woman that is stepping up to the microphone right now to ask you a question.
Beautiful.
And she's got a short skirt on, and let me see.
Hubba. How are you, my dear? It's
I'm
nice
fine.
to hear a female member of the press corps. What station are you with?
I am actually with the Daily Aztec at San Diego State University.
Oh, you're a student.
Right.
And what do you want to be, a disc jockey?
No.
What do you want to be when you get out of school?
I'd actually like to be a writer.
Oh, don't become one. They're unappreciated, believe me. I've seen the top Hollywood writers. They treat them like dirt. What do you want to write?
For you.
What do you want to write?
I'd actually like to write feature pieces.
For who? What is your dream job?
My dream job?
Yeah. Where
I'd
would
like
you
to
like
write
to work?
for Rolling Stone.
Well, I know David Wild, and I got news for you. There isn't a day that goes by that guy doesn't complain about what he's earning.
I have a question for you, Howard.
Are you really good looking? Really? Did you come down here?
I've been to New York.
You got a lot of boyfriends?
No.
You don't?
No.
Why? What's going on there?
Maybe she's committed to one.
You got a boyfriend?
I have a boy.
Right. So you've seen a guy?
Right.
Have any kids?
Have any kids?
No.
What color hair?
Blonde.
How tall?
He's about 6'8".
No, you. I don't care about your boyfriend.
I'm 5'7".
You're 5'7"?
Right.
What color hair?
It's today?
Yeah.
It's brown.
Measurements? Come on, I can't see you.
He's trying to draw a picture.
Yeah. In my mind.
-30.
You have can I ask bra size?
No.
Why?
I have a question for you, Howard.
You're a journalist. I'll answer whatever you want if you answer what I'm saying.
Okay, let me go first.
I'm doing a police sketch on you. Ever been with a girl?
No.
Mm-hmm. All right, go ahead. Ask me a question.
I just wanted to ask you, there's a couple things actually I know of one thing that we have in common with New York, and that's our lousy baseball team. And I'd like to know who you think is worse, the Padres or the Mets.
I could give a rat's ass. I have no idea who would be worse. I don't follow baseball. I hate baseball. I couldn't care if they ever settled the strike. I have no feeling about baseball. None. I have no answer for that. To me, it's a bunch of guys who play baseball. Who cares?
Thank you.
First of all, why? You emotional about baseball? That's what you really came up here to ask?
Yeah.
And you want to be a feature writer? I mean, how would you write an article about that?
All of her articles are based on baseball questions.
Are they? Do you want to be a sports?
No, it's a specialty.
That's some. Listen, I know you're a college girl, but that's not a real good question. I mean, there's a million questions you could ask a controversial figure. I mean, I can't imagine why you'd ask him what he thinks of who's a better baseball team.
I bet she sat around and really thought about this question, too.
Yeah.
No, I didn't really think about it.
When did you
come up with it?
Yeah, at what point did you come up with that question?
I had spent some time in New York and went to a few Mets games, and I just thought maybe you could.
No, but at what point did you?
Subject.
Well, what point did you come up with that question? Last night or 2 days ago? When did you come up with it?
It was right on the top of my head.
Right off the top of your head.
Right.
And that's the best question you can come up with.
Uh-huh.
I wouldn't go into journalism. If I was you, I'd get my MRS degree. That's a Mrs. You could be Mrs. Whatever your boyfriend's last name is. You should get a guy to support you. You should have asked me if I shaved my pubic area. That's a question. Which I don't.
Or ask him his measurements, something.
Something. Ask me about
I think I'm done. Thank you, Howard.
All right, thank you. Good luck with your career. Should go very far.
Hey, Howard, it's your buddy again from Las Vegas.
All right, listen. Are we done now?
Are there any TV stations there?
This is actually a very important question.
I think this is the worst turnout we've ever had at a press conference.
No, I think there's a lot of people
there.
Hey,
you're no picnic either, baby.
No, but it's school newspapers.
Yeah, I know.
This is a national publication.
Who named a magazine after himself.
Yeah, what is the name of the paper again?
Spinzo.
And what is your name?
Robert Spinzo.
I think this is a guy who doesn't even have a magazine.
No.
It could quite possibly be, but the point is I am from Vegas, and...
All right, the press conference is over.
Okay.
Goodbye.
Do I get to ask this question?
No, it's over. It's over. I can't waste my time.
But I love you, Howard.
I love you, too, but I just cannot... This is like taking phone calls.
Trying to be unrequited.
Yeah, this is absurd. What is it, Gary?
Tell me that Spinzo is not a publication from somebody's basement. I'm giving you a copy.
Here it is. Here's Spinzo. We just got a copy of it.
Yeah.
That is Spinzo.
Stop.
All right, thank you,
I don't
Spinzo.
even think it's typeset.
By the way, thank you to everyone from San Diego who's with a legitimate newspaper or TV station. And we are very excited about being on in San Diego. Thank you.
End of press conference.
That's all. That's it. That's the end of that press conference. That was the worst press conference.
Ever.
I never heard...
Spinzo.
Hi, it's me again.
Yes, what is your question from Spinzo magazine?
My name is Spinzo.
Yeah.
I'm in Las Vegas. I love you.
Thank you. Thank you,
I got
Spinzo.
my own magazine. It's a national publication.
Yes.
Spinzo.
Spinzo.
When are you going to come to Las Vegas? You promised.
Yeah, that's a good question. Well, I said I'd come, but there's a disagreement going on of some kind, and we haven't been able to come there.
All right, it's me again.
Yes, Spinzo.
From Spinzo?
It's
yeah.
a Spinzo press conference.
I'd shoot Raymond Burr for you.
Sorry?
I love you.
All right, thank you. That's Spinzo. My worst nightmare.
We had the Telescope, which was some community college newspaper.
Yeah, the Telescope.
All right, let's take a break. We'll finish up the news when we get back.
You're listening to The Howard Stern Show. 97.1, The Eagle.
All right.
Howard, Harley's, and Pure Rock. 97.1, The Eagle. It's The Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
How do you think the press conference went, Robin?
I was not impressed by the turnout.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
We used to be big news coming into a town.
Maybe there were a lot of people there and they were afraid to get up.
I hope that's the case.
I would have been a lot nicer if there was some regular journalists there. I just got kind of bummed out that it was just like college kids coming in and asking questions.
Asking you baseball questions.
Yeah, gee, I'll have to work up some answers for that. What was the question again? Who's worse, the Yankees?
Yeah, the Padres or the Yankees? I mean, the Mets.
That's more of a question for Jim and Jer. I think they could handle that. They could do a whole show, phone in for an hour, and try and decide who's worse. Got some good topics for them. Looks like we're going to have to do some lesbian junk just to reclaim that from Chainsaw and whatever their name is.
Yeah, show them how it's really done.
Yeah, well, just to say to San Diego that it is ours.
And not only that, we do it better.
Yeah.
They don't know what they're doing.
Now when it comes to
Can't
lesbians.
handle lesbians any kind of way.
Yeah, there's an art to that. Yeah, we might do a whole week of... The whole rest of the week might be lesbian stuff, so bear with us. I don't know, I expected the local CBS TV affiliate to ask if I'd be taking a late-night show. You know, some good questions. But nothing. Well, okay, look.
You think there was no controversy about you at all?
Maybe there isn't, so then we're okay. No problem. I think the station's in Mexico.
Maybe that's the problem.
Mm-hmm. Maybe nobody wanted to go to Mexico. I know the transmitter's in Mexico. Probably the office is in San Diego, though.
Mm.
It's cool that we're broadcasting out of Mexico. It's just like Banditos. The Frito Bandito. Outlaws. I hope no one steals the transmitter, though. That's been known to happen out there.
Do they know what it is? Or is it disguised as something else?
I am Zorro Stern, Robin. And you are Conchita Alonso. I'm Don Quixote.
I think we should be Pancho and Cisco.
No, those names are already taken on the Easy Listening Station.
Is that right?
That's right. We're up against them in the morning, Pancho and Cisco. So what else? Where were we in the news, and what else did you want to hit, Robin?
Well, I wanted to tell you, I missed, was it Inside Edition the other night when they did the Kathy Lee expose? It was hard copy.
I saw it.
They had Frank Gifford's ex-wife, Astrid, on.
Yeah, they named Turf after her.
No, that's AstroTurf.
Oh, Astro, right.
Her name is Astrid.
Astrid Turf.
But she says that Kathy Lee came after her husband like a piranha.
Well, can you blame her? Look how foxy he is.
She said she was constantly calling, asking to borrow Frank to be her escort, and then her hands were all over him. And she just wanted other women to know that there are piranha out there like Kathy Lee.
You know, you got to remember that was a time when, before Kathy Lee got real big, you know, she had to have Frank Gifford to sort of catapult that career.
And to get that lifestyle she wanted.
Yeah, he had lots of dough. I can know how he has lots of dough after 3 wives. That's a good trick. How's a guy manage that? I thought wives clean you out when you get divorced.
They're supposed to. I don't know what happened.
Somewhere there's a woman running around with half of Frank Gifford's money. He must print it in his basement.
Or maybe he had those, you know, early dollars that were worth a lot more.
Yeah. That's right. When he made $1, it was really worth $1 back in 1901.
Right. Back at the beginning of football.
Right.
Arsenio Hall had a birthday party.
Now, there's a guy who really has disappeared.
Well, it seems that he still has a lot of friends.
Mostly white chicks, right?
Hall turned 37 on Sunday, and his pals, according to USA Today, planned a progressive surprise party on Thursday.
Wow, progressive. Is that like you can play whatever you want?
I don't know. A dozen people from 2 limos dined at La Boheme and then cruised to the House of Blues, where more pals, including Kenny G, awaited.
Wow. That's some pal.
They brought out a cake. It
was in the shape of a triangle to match Arsenio's head.
Actually, the cake was brought out by the artist formerly known as Prince.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's a pretty cool party.
He had his usual Tootsie Roll Pop, but he actually took it out of his mouth and sang Happy Birthday to Arsenio.
That's not a Tootsie Roll Pop. That's actually a duty.
Duty on a stick?
Yeah.
And Kenny G.
Because his duty don't stink.
Sang rather than played the saxophone or whatever it is he plays.
I didn't know he sang.
I didn't either. Penelope, what?
Yeah, forget it. I'm not going to badmouth Arsenio. I'm too drained from that press conference.
Penelope Ann Miller, do you know who she is?
I know she has 3 names, so she must be an assassin.
No, she's not an assassin. She's one of these actresses with 3 names now. All the actresses have 3 names.
Right.
She was in The Shadow this past summer with Alec Baldwin. Well, she just got a divorce in Los Angeles after 2 months of marriage.
Sounds pretty stable there. What happened after 2 months of marriage?
They say irreconcilable differences.
Wow.
I don't know that she knew that guy that long before she married him.
Kathy Lee go after a man? Is that the problem?
So that marriage is over, unfortunately. But walking down the aisle, of course, are Roseanne and Ben Thomas, her bodyguard, fiancé. But, you know, Roseanne has lost a couple of her fetuses.
Yeah, it's a shame.
And has taken to bed to try to save the last one, I guess.
That better be a strong aisle. That's all I can tell you they walk down. Ben's no lightweight, neither is Roseanne.
Anyway, they say in the tabloids they put 3 fetuses in Roseanne.
Yeah.
When she had that egg planting thing going on.
Yeah.
So they put 3 in. She's lost 2, according to the tabloids. And she's bedridden, trying to hold on to the last one. And Ben has broken his leg. I don't know how he did that.
Fishing the fetuses out.
So I don't know how they're going to do this Valentine's Day wedding they're planning, because he's in a cast and she's bedridden. But they still say they're going to go through with it. Very strange. In Larry King's column today, he gives us his itinerary. I guess it's very important.
Yeah, just in case we need to get in touch with him.
He's in New York right now because he's emceeing the Big Heart Ball tonight.
Big Heart Ball?
Yeah.
Big Heart Ball.
But part of his heart is in Los Angeles, where things seem to pop every minute, he says. I'll be back in Washington on Tuesday, then in Miami on Saturday, where I get the headliner award from the National Conference of Christians and Jews.
Can you believe they're giving awards to a guy who can't even get a 1 rating?
Go, go, go.
And then who knows, he says, maybe back to L.A., I'm not sure.
You know why he gets so many awards? He's one of the few celebrities willing to show up and take them.
He will accept any award you give to him.
Right.
He'll actually come and be at your dinner and receive the award. Give a little speech, even.
The most awarded man in the country.
So he just wanted you to know what his itinerary was, in case you're looking for him. And finally this morning, I suppose we should end with a little Valentine's Day news. Who do men choose to kiss most? When you ask them the question, who most would you like to kiss?
Pamela Anderson. Pamela Anderson?
Mm-hmm. No.
Charo?
Not in a long time.
Penelope Miller?
Wrong again.
Larry King.
Lisa Gibbons.
I'm going to guess, who would guys say they most want to kiss?
Today.
It can't be Kathy Lee Gifford. Otherwise men have gone insane. I'd have to say,
Nancy Sirianni.
No, not Nancy Sirianni.
Terry Hatcher.
More like Kim Basinger.
Is that your guess?
No.
Oh.
I didn't say it was I said someone like her. Beautiful Anne Margaret. I'm going to say
Nancy Kerrigan.
Michelle Pfeiffer.
You're close.
Cher.
But she was not number 1.
Brad Pitt.
Men want to kiss Brad Pitt?
I do. Oh, is this mic still on? Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought we were off. I thought we were supposed to be off the air by now.
Ooga.
That's going to ruin my whole image. Who is it?
Cindy Crawford.
I always say her, and you tell me I'm wrong.
Well, this time you should have used her name, because Cindy got 22% of the vote, followed by Michelle Pfeiffer, and then Demi Moore.
I don't want to kiss her. I want to squeeze her knobs.
Who do women want to kiss?
Jackie Marlowe. Fred Norris.
Gillian West.
Brad Pitt. Richard Gere.
Close. You've said this name before. Now you're not going to use his
Mel
name
Gibson.
either. No.
Martina Navratilova. I'm with Jackie on that one. I'm going to guess Alec Baldwin. No, I'm going to guess Harrison Ford.
No.
OJ?
No.
I'm going to say...
You said all these.
All right, who is it?
Kevin Costner.
All right. Why would you want to kiss him?
I don't know. It wasn't my choice. They also said they'd like to kiss Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise.
No, it was not Tom Cruise. It was
Tom Cruise.
John F. Kennedy Jr. and Brad Pitt. So there you have it.
Yeah, women like a guy who basically hasn't worked his whole life.
I do.
Yeah, John Kennedy Jr. is perfect.
What does that matter? He's got money.
Bastard. He deserves no money. I am so against inheritance in this country. I wish the playing field was equal. Let's see John Kennedy Jr. go out and work for a living. He lasted in law for a year. Doesn't have a callus on it. The only callus he has is on his head. All right, let's get out of here. I've had enough.
I've irritated you.
Yeah, come on. All right, go watch the E! Show tonight. I think Sophie B. Hawkins is on. That's a pretty whacked out show.
Cool. I got to see that.
Yeah. Ralph was last Friday night. A lot of people like that. Jackie Joke Man. Order Jackie's Wild Comedy CD or cassette. $10 plus $3 shipping and handling. Jokeland special. Buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING. Saturday night, March 4th at the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. Go see Jackie. For filthy jokes and info, call 516-922-WINE. Remember, 516-922-WINE is not a pay service. Rock. Tomorrow night, join Stone Temple Norris and many other bands such as D-Generation playing in charity event at Irving Plaza in Manhattan. Don't miss Stuttering John's band at the Agora Theater in Cleveland this Saturday night, February 18th, with special guest host Boy Gary. For more info, call 201-942-OUCH. Corbin Burnson's TV show, A Whole New Ball Game, Monday tonight on ABC at 8:30. Go
That's
watch
right.
that.
This is the debut of that new show.
We promised him a plug.
Yeah.
If you're planning a wedding or party and you need a DJ, call Scott the Engineer's Rocket Entertainment at 718-BAG-5040. Okay. We'll see you tomorrow. 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 We'll see you tomorrow.